Hey,
Well,
how's it
hello,
going?
hello, hello,
How's it
everybody.
going out
Hi, hi,
there?
hi, hi, hi.
Got
Yeah,
Christopher, Aaron, Alaska Dispo. What up, brother? Good to see you. Got CC in the
Palmer.
chat. Del Palmer, what's going on?
Yep,
Who else? Who else?
Christopher. Yep. Don't forget to
John
smash that like
Clancy,
button.
Big Germ, Kiki Meow.
No, she's not here. We
Not
don't.
here.
She's not here.
All
She didn't
right.
sign up for roll call today. So, let's
Don't forget to
see.
smoke that like button. Like
Yep.
button.
All right. So, hello, hello, and welcome. This
Hi,
evening
hi, hi,
we
hi,
do
hi.
have a wonderful guest coming on. Uh, Damien, hey. So start the show a little preface and preview here, just so y'all know. Tonight we are having some sound issues.
Mhm.
So you might see people popping in and out constantly. It seems to be an iPhone issue.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I think it is.
yeah, so if you see people popping in and out, it's just because their sound is gone out. And every time somebody pops up on the stage, anybody with an iPhone seems to be losing sound. So we're going to play popping screens just so that y'all know. Okay, thank you. So that's how this is going to go tonight. So just so
Mhm.
that you know. Um, and all
Oh,
right.
hold on. Shout out Frankie's. All right, they
Yes.
landed. Got him in. Got him in. So,
Yep. Yep, so far,
Yes.
yep, one more point for the Android. That
hey,
is
babe Booski.
absolutely correct. Um,
One more point. She's a night. She's with
We're
you on
playing
the
a fun
Android.
game
She
because
hates
I can't
iPhones.
hear anything he's saying.
She
So
okay,
what
hates
he was talking
iPhones.
about.
all
My
right,
baby boo hates iPhones, but you know that already.
hey, Bear.
What up, Mary Grows and Grinds? Yeah.
Uh,
She's an Android person. I'll be switching
yep,
Android soon or
yep,
something. I don't know. My
big
my
germ.
iPhone is going out too. Big
Yeah,
Germ, what up?
yep. So, now I am on a computer, so that is helping me, and I know Rue is as well.
Correct.
So, we
Correct.
are we
Lindsay.
are right
John Lindsay.
here and not having any sound issues. But again, as you will see, people jumping in and out, we're gonna have some sound issues. Just like Kathy's probably gonna have to jump in and out because
Mhm.
yeah, she can't hear Rue right now. So all right. So while we're waiting for her to come back, let's see if we can. I'm gonna see if I can put both of them on the stage when they actually come in.
Ooh, good thinking.
So yeah, will be one right after the other. So hopefully, if
All
we
right,
pop
she
them
just
both
popped in
on,
down there.
hey,
Bam.
Hey,
yes,
what's
you
What's
going
can.
good?
on?
What's
I
good?
can hear. I can hear.
You
Yes.
can hear.
Everybody
You
hearing
can hear.
everybody?
Can you hear
I can hear
everybody?
everybody.
Nitty, what's going on?
Can't hear Rue.
Yes.
Oh
Oh, it's always
man,
you,
it
Rue.
seems
It's
to be
always
me.
you.
They know I have the iPhone, so
I'll
it
pop
knows
out
they
and come back.
act up.
I'll stay and let somebody else pop out and come back. I don't
So
know.
yeah, I
Okay.
don't know
So
how
do you
we're
want
gonna
me to
do
pop
this.
out?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
So,
Okay.
um,
Flip a coin.
yep. Dave, why
He
don't you
can't hear
drop
me.
out and
Can
come
he?
on back
He
too?
still can't
Yeah.
hear me.
Yeah, he's
Dave
still not
still
gonna be
can't.
able to hear you either way. So,
All right.
like I said, we're gonna have some issues.
What
Yeah,
is going on?
it is the people that use Apple devices. It just unfortunately, it's
Okay,
just
so Mary's
gonna
noticed it
have
too.
issue. So I'm gonna wait, Kat, and bring you up when Dave comes back in. So all right. So now that
Hey,
y'all know,
I'm
we
mad
are having
scientist.
Dave Baker on the show tonight, aka the Mad Scientist. So I know, Mary. It is a pain in the ass. So all right, let's try this again. Let's
I
bring
mean,
both.
yeah, because majority of people use iPhones, right?
No,
What up?
I can hear
Nothing.
you.
you
You
can
hear
hear
me?
me.
I can hear you, but
Yep.
not Rue.
Uh, no,
See, it's
you
got to
can
be
hear
you,
you,
Rue.
but not you. Cat, what can you do?
I can hear you.
All
Rue might
right.
have to pop out and come back in for us to hear
Yeah,
him.
yeah. You want me to try to come leave them in,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
then if they
Frankie.
can hear
What up,
you,
Frankies?
Frankie's.
Yeah.
Hi, Frankie.
Hey,
Thank you so
Hey.
much.
What's up,
So much.
F&J Designs, baby. All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I will have to say, Kathy, that little video that you made for his stuff for the F&J designs, and I was just sitting there going,
Yeah.
what is she doing? What is she
I was,
doing?
I was,
And then I was
I
like,
was
she
like
wants to.
pretending.
I was like, she want a beer?
Yeah.
What is she going? And then she's like, and then I have this cool little tool. So I was like, that is so freaking cool. I was like, okay, that is the way to advertise. That is so Frankie's, there is your just flat advertisement. Awesome, awesome little video. So, but I mean most of your stuff is. So I like watching your
Thank
videos
you.
here. All right.
Mic check.
Rue.
Mic check.
I can hear you.
Mic check. Dave can't hear me.
Galaxy,
Oh
I can
no.
hear you.
Galaxy.
Now I can't hear Cece.
I can't hear him or her.
Why?
All right. So, like I said at the beginning of the show, y'all, welcome to the shit
Okay.
show.
I'm
We
gonna
have
I'm gonna restart my phone, Cece.
Okay.
Yeah, you get out,
All right.
come back in. But
Me?
I'm pretty sure
Thank
Cat
you,
won't. No, you
Adirondack.
stay, Cat.
I
Adirondack.
stay.
Yeah, but she can't hear me.
Oh, Cat can't hear you? I thought she could hear.
Oh, thank you, Frankie.
No, she can't hear me.
Yeah, I can't hear her.
How'd you just say that then? That was
Because I'm
very
faking it.
coincidental.
Just kidding.
That was very coincidental.
Um,
Something's going on.
She was
on day
repeating what
one of
you
lip
said.
reading, and I'm like,
I was just saying, you
wait.
said it, and she said it right after you. It was just hilarious.
Yeah.
It's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
So do I go out?
Sometimes
or...
using the app versus the web makes a difference, but for this actual cat
Are you
Cat
using
actually
the app,
logs
Kathy?
in using StreamYard. She doesn't log in using.
I just went in through the link that Cece gave me.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I think it should have made you get the app either way.
I think so, but I don't.
Oh. Cat, try go. Well, she can't hear me. So, Rue, tell her to try going into
Are they using Safari?
StreamYard. Are you using Safari as the app? That ask her.
Are
to
you
use
using Safari as the app? This is great content. I love this.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry, guys.
It's a telephone game in real life.
It is like telephone. Okay, so.
Ask her if can she still hear you?
I don't know. It just says StreamYard.com at the top. I'm sorry.
Are you using Safari? Can you hear me? Right? You can still hear me, correct?
I can hear you.
Okay. So use
Safari.
Chrome as your app to log into
Chrome
StreamYard.
instead of Safari.
That's what it says on StreamYard.
Yeah, you can't use
man,
if your internet on your phone uses Safari,
yourself.
you can't do it.
Oh, okay.
So when you go to use your internet, use the Chrome book or whatever,
Yeah,
whatever
I'm
it's
not
called
using-
instead of the Safari.
Hallelujah.
Kay Green, what up?
Yeah, I
Dave
agree.
Baker,
Never use
the
Safari.
mad scientist, what up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Rooster.
Nice.
All right, good. Woo.
Nice.
But now Cat's still in the dark.
Cat.
No, I can hear Cat too.
I can hear you, and I can hear Dave, and I can't hear Cece. Okay, so when I get out of here, where do you want me to go?
I'm almost afraid this is about as good as it's gonna get.
Because
Okay.
I just went to the little link that she gave me.
Yeah, I don't know. She said, yeah,
So-
I guess use the Safari instead of.
Tell her to go use like if she doesn't have Chrome on her phone, tell her to download Chrome.
Download
Chrome if you don't have Chrome.
Go to StreamYard.com and log in that way.
She left.
She's gone.
She
be gone.
Now I lost Cece.
Now you lost me.
No!
Oh.
You can't
All
do
right,
that. She's the one with the questions, at least.
You
gotta have her.
Hold on.
Well, if anything,
is that any better?
Me.
How about now?
Can you hear me?
How about
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear her. I can hear you, Roo.
Hey, y'all, this is what it's gonna be.
Now
this is what it's gonna be, unfortunately.
StreamYard is terrible. I hate StreamYard. It does it to me every time.
Yes,
hold
we're
on.
all having
I'll pop
the
out
same
and come
problem.
back, I guess.
I feel like
let's
we should
see.
be getting a discounted rate this last couple of months for sure.
Yes, I think we should, and I think I should complain about it.
I
quite
think a lot of people need to start complaining and say, "What the f?"
Yeah,
Mofos.
because this definitely needs to fix.
Yeah, this
We
is
spend
insane.
too much money on a subscription to StreamYard for this to get so screwed up.
Yeah.
So StreamYard, if you're listening, fix this shit. It is annoying. So
They're Big Brother. They're always listening. They're part of the Big Brother program. Eskimo, what up?
hey, buddy. Yeah, so I got some great questions lined up for him. If we could
Yeah.
ever,
Hey.
I mean, if when he gets back in here, if he can hear us, we're just going to start with the question.
Yeah, I was about to say, as soon as he can hear you, we're going to have to go with it. Like I
We're
said,
just going to have to go with it, guys.
yeah.
So, but yeah, well, I'm glad this is happening tonight and not next week. So, if any of y'all know, I've seen the show before. Next Saturday, I know this is 420 weekend, but next Saturday we are doing a post 420 and a 500 subscribers giveaway.
See, we
All in one.
do things a little different around here. Everybody
Yeah.
did their pre 420. We're doing post 420. You know what I'm saying? They go this way, we go that way.
Yeah, and
Okay.
everybody was having shows on Monday and
Yeah.
doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm like, yeah, we ain't gonna do that. We'll take everything and put it in there together. And
So yeah, giveaways next week.
Just do a bunch of
Giveaways.
giveaways next week. Yep.
Giveaway.
Oh, and we may have a giveaway.
Yeah.
So just in case.
And now they're not even coming back in at the
I
bottom.
know. I was
It's
like,
getting worrisome. No,
So
now the link ain't even. Oh,
I can hear CC. I can hear Rue.
Dave.
okay. All right. So.
All right, here we go.
Let's do this.
All right.
Fire
So
away.
what we're gonna do is, while we can still hear you and you can still hear us, for those people that don't know you very well, why don't you just give an introduction of yourself, kind of how you got started.
Name's Dave. Logo company, whatever you want to call it, is the Mad Scientist. 57 years old, been growing 7 years now. Like to grow autos, got into it. Wife was a school teacher, and I wasn't able to grow for a long time because of that. But then when in 2018, when it became legal here in Massachusetts, she was like, cool, if you want to do a small tent, go for it. Just don't be posting pictures everywhere and get me in trouble. So that's what I did. You know, I just started growing and learning from a couple of buddies of mine, Jake and Jay, and my partner James, and we continued to the journey of autos and photos and outdoors and indoors. And I've been a part of some 6-pound plant grows, photos when I was part of a different company, and learning how to grow back then. And then my wife got sick 5 years ago and ended up passing away from leukemia. So here I was in 52 and 2 young adult men in high school getting ready to go to college and all that. And now one's graduated college and one's still in college. And I ended up just growing like crazy because it kind of got me through everything. You know, it was like my peace. If you want to say, you know, I got to spend time down in the garden and it got to clear my head. And that's kind of how it started.
Focus on something positive. Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was, it's not like she was against it. She was never against it. She just didn't want, you know, she was a school teacher for 23 years.
Ruin her career. You know what I'm saying?
23 years. You know, she was a school teacher for 23 years.
Understandable.
And, you know, I've always been upfront with my boys. My oldest, he probably smokes more of my stuff than I do. I mean, and my younger one now just started dabbling down in Miami, and I have to send it to him all the time. It's funny. But
he's down there. He's bragging to his,
dude.
I'm about to get
all his roommates, man.
Yeah. I'm
all
about
his roommates like,
I got it coming.
This shit is fire, Mr. Baker.
You know I got it coming.
Yeah.
Oh, you need more? I got a phone call. Hold on. I'll get you a phone call. Hold on.
I get it all the time too, Rue.
No.
I get the kids on the line. Yo, Mr. Baker, this shit's fire. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it's awesome.
But yeah, that's how I kind of got started in the grow. And ever since then, I've been both jets on, full steam ahead, learning autos, really studying autos like no other. You know what I mean? I did photos. I can grow photos. I think photos compared to autos are pretty easy. Um, you know, veg them for 6 weeks, flip them and let them rip. You know what I mean? Do some training, tie them down, let the middle get some, give them a good lollipop, and I'm good. But autos are a lot trickier. If anybody's grown autos, I'm sure you both know you've grown autos. You let that taproot hit the side, or you let that taproot hit the bottom, and before you get them where you want them to go, and you're going to have a small plant. I mean, that's just kind of how it works.
Yep.
So I've kind of, my friends call me the auto whisperer. It's pretty funny, but I don't take that moniker on because I don't want to whisper at anything. I want to yell at it.
Yeah.
Let's go, girls. Let's grow. You know. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's where I came from. I live in about 30 minutes southeast of Boston, and been in Massachusetts my whole life.
Wonderful. Well, I know that your first grow ever was some Royal Queen seeds that you got, which was the Bruce Banner and the cookies.
You got it.
And you pulled about, what'd you say, about a quarter pound off each one, I think, if I remember correctly?
I did. Don't ask me how I did, but I did.
What kind of equipment and stuff were you starting to work with when you had back then?
Oh, I had the bare necessities. That was grown under 2 blurples, 5-gallon pots, the ocean forest soil. And I think, yes, it was in a 4x4 tent that I got off Amazon for like $90. And I did get an AC Infinity exhaust. And I had a couple old fans, small clip-on fans that I had lying around that were just regular fans that I put in there, and that was it.
Yeah. See,
it was all hand watering, all hand mixing. It was all organic then. I did all organic then.
Yeah. See, and it doesn't take much to grow autos, and that's one thing that there's a big misconception about too. I mean, photos will take the abuse, and until you flip them, you have chances to fix mistakes and do anything like that, which you don't have with autos. But when we start out, honestly, I believe an auto is the easiest thing to start with.
See, I'm against it.
Yeah, well, and everybody has.
I started with autos too because
Now, if you start with autos, you're on a good path. Because if you're successful with autos right away, then photos will be a breeze for you.
Yes.
Well, you would think that, but I can tell you that didn't work with me.
Well, I can show you some pictures, dear, that'll show you.
You can use and abuse these damn things now, and it's easy.
Now, I'm talking 7 years ago, the auto genetics were much different than they are now.
Yes.
The auto genetics now have been bred so that they absorb some abuse. They've been bred so you can transplant them. They've been bred so they don't stunt as much.
Yeah.
The breeders are doing such great work with the genetics that these autos are outgrowing photos on a regular basis.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Indoor.
No, you're hearing, like you said, you're hearing more and more people of transplanting autos.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That was never, CC does it.
I've done it.
Cortez does it. I think Huygen, they do it.
I know Ben at Speedrun. My friend Ben at Speedrun, he breeds specifically. He will repot his plants that he's breeding 4, 5, 6 times to see if he can get them to stunt.
Take that shock. Yeah.
He does it, and that breeds that vigor into the plant. So when he does release seeds, his F3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, and 7s, because he's up to F7 now with his Granite Haze.
Yeah.
They really can take a beating.
And who is that again?
Speedrun Seeds, Ben Koch.
10-4.
Speedrun is like no other. Speedrun, and I would say
they really are you heard of Fast Buds. They're like the original Fast Buds, because I've always heard of Fast Buds first, and then after that I heard of Speedrun, and that's when they're
and Night Owl. Speedrun and Night Owl right now are producing some of the biggest autos you see. I have a buddy in Ohio Grow Ohio, 420. He had a 9-pounder hanging, whole plant hang. It was 9.6, and when it dried out completely, it was over 3. Dried and trimmed over 3 pounds. That's the speed run seed.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a big girl.
Yeah. Huge.
He washed it, and it had like a 4% return. So he washes all his stuff. He's a great grower. There's a lot of good growers in Ohio. I'll tell you, I've met a bunch, and right now I'm mentoring still 3 people. I was at 6. 3 of them have on to do their thing, and they're doing fantastic. I have one of my buddies, Jeremy. He's in Ohio, and man, he's killing it right now. He's having a blast, and I've been helping him with his auto runs, and he's been very successful. I have another guy, Mark. He's in Ohio, and the best he'd ever done before with an auto was about 4 ounces. And he likes to wash his stuff. And I worked with him for about 6 months. And his last harvest, he had one over 8 ounces. He was so psyched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Just a little patience, that's all.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, and it's it's all goes down to genetics. There are several autoflower growers that, I mean, even with some of the silly rabbit stuff, the AQ stuff, even in 1 gallons, I've gotten anywhere between 4 to 6 ounces off of them.
Sure.
Dream beans is another one. I don't
Derek,
want one in anything bigger than a 2-gallon, sometimes a 3, and I'm getting 8 to 10 to sometimes 12 ounces off of
Derek,
of
the owner of Speedrun, when he was with Multiverse Beans before he started the Dream Beans, him and Ben used to collaborate a lot. They're very tight.
Yes, a lot. They did a huge collaboration, which was the I think was the Bear's Breath or
Bear's Breath, yeah.
Yeah, it was the Bear's Breath that originally got Speedrun and Derek together for Dream Beats. So yeah, it was.
And actually, Nancy is Derek's aunt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see that I didn't know. So, but yeah, I've got a lot of Dream Bean stuff. I've
never grown Dream Beans.
Yeah,
I know. I want to do Dream Beans and Speed Run.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send Rue some Dream Bean stuff so that we can grow.
I'll send you some Speed Run, Rue.
10-4.
Yeah, I don't think.
Easy.
I don't even know if I think we have some Speed Run, but it was I think it's a landrace strain that we got.
I think that's somebody different.
No, it was somebody else.
Everything that Ben has.
We have Speed Run.
So Speed Run, everything that Ben has done is made from an auto. He has no photo, anything in there. It's all auto.
It's all auto. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, then I don't even, I'm trying to think of who I'm even thinking about, but it's not.
The only genetic he has that has a photo in it is his Granite Haze F7. That has a no-name haze that came from, I believe, Matt Pennington from Humboldt Seco. Because him and Nat did 1,000, I think it was 1,000 plant pheno hunt together at Ben's farm outdoors. And they used that haze to make his Granite Haze.
Yep. No, it's not.
F7.
It's not Speed Run. So no, actually, I don't have Speed Run either.
I'll get you some Speed Run out.
Okay, that's one that Carl's been wanting to try anyway. So
that's fantastic.
I've just never.
If you like fruity terps, he has a lot of great fruity terps. A lot of them.
Oh, he loves fruity stuff.
Fruit, gas.
Yeah, fruit, funk, skunk. Some of his favorite are his favorite stuff. So
speaking of skunk,
like that, he is.
Brother Mendel just mailed me. I got him today. He just mailed me out his whole sour diesel line, and he sent me the sour Mass skunk, the original Massachusetts skunk crossed with the sour D. That will definitely be outside in my garden this year.
I can't wait to see what that one does.
Be funky. Be smelling.
That sounds awesome.
That at the neighbor's house for damn sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Rock.
Yeah. That would be one that I don't think I could ever grow outside. And heck, it may end up being I'd alert every neighbor in the neighborhood probably if I grew that even in a tent.
I'm not in Ohio.
Massachusetts.
Grow and grind.
No, he's not a
Massachusetts.
no. He's in Massachusetts.
Say that
Massachusetts.
5 times.
Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Massachusetts.
We
Massachusetts.
call it. We just call it Taxachusetts.
Massachusetts. Oh, okay. Um.
On
Okay.
top of the stand
So,
and then on the left by the recliner. Sorry.
oh no,
You
you're
good?
fine. So we talked about what you started with growing. What
Yep.
is your preferred method or way to grow now?
Okay, I'll take you through what I did. So I started with fabric pots and soil, and it was cool, but I got fungus gnats, and I hate fungus gnats.
Mhm.
And I wanted to start to grow bigger plants because I'd done all my research and realized that you can only you're only going to get so big indoors with soil. Outdoors, that's a different story, but indoors, you can only they just don't take off like they do now back then. So I went to Rockwell, and I used to watch some high guy. His name, and he was great. And he was growing. He grew a 2.5 pound auto when it was unheard of. Like we're talking 6 years ago,
Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and he was pretty popular online. He was a really good dude. I talked to him a bunch of times, and I kind of took a little bit of what he was doing, put a little bit of what I wanted to do, kind of mix and mash. So I ended up doing a 4 inch cube on top of an 8 inch cube, and I would water it. I'd feed it twice a day, once in the morning, once before lights out, like 2 or 3 hours before lights out. And I loved it. I grew monsters with the Rockwell, and I'm like, wow, this is great. But it's so labor intensive with having to empty the water trays constantly, always vacuuming them out, always having to get rid of the excess and the runoff because you got to when you're doing Rockwell by hand, you got to water the 10% runoff every time, and then you got to test it because Rockwell is very touchy. You got to steer it in the right direction, or it will dry on you. It'll kill your plants. The pH will go cuckoo. I pH twice a day when I was running
Oh,
Rockwell,
uh-uh.
Yeah.
That sounds
and
like
then
work.
it was a lot of work. But you know what? I grow my biggest plant was a 21 ounce plant, and I did it in Rockwell.
Damn. That's good.
Yeah.
That was Brother Mendel's high orbit, and that was a dark purple, beautiful plant. Uh, and then I decided, it was getting a little bit much. And Ben actually himself was the one who convinced me into doing autopots because he's like, dude, autopotamus does it. He's killing it. You're a phenomenal grower. You would kill it in autopots. And so I said, I'll give it a whirl. And at the time, he was getting a huge delivery of autopots to his breeding warehouse, and he just sent me them. He's like, don't worry about that. Just use them. Like, all right. So I had to get a reservoir. I got a reservoir. I set it all up. I had a 4 pot system, and then I decided to buy an extra pot for outdoors so I could do a 5. So then my first time using autopots, I did them outdoors with the resin and everything, and I did 6 autos or 5 autos, and it all came out right. And I figured it out. And now I think I'm on my 4th run now with autopots, and I love them. I would never go back.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually getting me some. So,
Good for you, because you will love them. It's
and
so you'll
This test
be
match
like, am I even growing?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
that's what you're gonna be saying to yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Some
hoping
people say it's
so.
not growing. Some people say
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah. I'm hoping so. And
Choose one.
um,
I can
but
tell
I'm
you
all,
this: a lot of people figured out that they were undefeating when they started using autopots.
Yeah.
yes.
Not me, because I was always crazy with the EC and all that. But when I was in Rockwell, I was 3.2, 3.3 by mid flower because Rockwell can take it. You're draining it out every single day, twice.
Yeah. And that's the one thing that I like about the watering bases that I'm using now. And
Yep.
I use them with all of my autos because honestly, a photo, you can feed it and it'll, stay wet for a day or two and you don't have to mess
Sure.
with them too much. Even in cocoa, which drains really well. What, baby?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, kitty butt.
Yeah.
Um, but then, I look at it and I go, well, my autos, they suck it up constantly. We're having to water every single night. It's at
Oh
least,
yeah.
anywhere between 2 liters to sometimes almost a gallon per plant. and those watering bases hold just about a gallon and a half, sometimes 2 gallons.
Mm.
So, but it's one of those things. It's like, hey, you have to feed these plants. They want the food.
Yes,
They
they do.
want to be able to eat.
Yeah.
They are
I'm a big
constantly
fan.
eating and drinking. And hi, mom, we love you. Um, so feed your autos, folks. It really makes a big difference.
Sure does.
Genetics and feeding. The last nutrients we were using, we were doing about a 3.2, 3.3
Yep.
EC.
Yep.
These are about a 2.4 that we're using now. But I mean, they're sucking it up constantly.
Oh yeah.
So you have to feed your plants. You can't.
They love to eat.
Yeah, and unless you're in soil, I mean, if you're in some sort of hydro base or, you know, cocoa, something like that, don't do it in soil. But in
No.
cocoa and all of that, that is your best. Some of your best grow mediums is either just straight hydro or cocoa
They love
for
that. I know that.
autoflowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love the
So-
hydro. They love the hydro too.
Yeah. And I'm actually going to be trying the bioflower for my
Yeah, that's a good
autoflowers
one.
next. So, and then it's just going to be water only.
Yeah,
So,
that's a great one.
yep. So we'll see how that goes. But we're going to do that against the same strain, one cocoa, one bioflower.
Side
and
by
just see how it
side.
goes. Mm-hmm. Got to do your experiments as, our mad scientist enjoys.
CC, last summer
Yeah.
when I was growing the 5 autos outside in the
Mhm.
auto pots, by mid flower I was at 4.3 EC, and they were taking it up like it was nothing. I had no burnt
Oh,
tips.
Yeah.
It's 'cause that sunlight puts so much pressure on them. They just eat and eat and eat.
Yeah, I want to grow autos outside. Hello, Toledo.
Yeah.
What up, brother?
2 grows ago,
Whee!
2 grows ago, in my tent grow, I had just done a 25-gallon mix because I was in like second week of flower, so I was good to go with the mix right up until the last week of flower.
Mhm.
So I thought. That night, those 4 plants took 9 gallons.
Mm.
I've never seen a plant feed like that before in my life, but they took 9 gallons.
Yeah.
And I did. I mean, they were bigger plants. I had one that was a pound, and then I had 3 that were over 10. So I did like a little over 3 pounds total. So they ate like crazy. I was mixing that Don reservoir so much. It was crazy. And it took a lot of nutrients.
Yeah. Yeah, the more I've heard that quite a bit, that especially when you're growing outside and it's autoflowers, they will drink a lot more. They need a lot more, a lot higher EC.
Yep.
Because the sun it's different than growing in a tent. In a tent, the warmer it is, of course, the more you're going to drink, but it's nothing compared to outside with autos. From what
people don't realize that, like 2:00 in the afternoon when the sun is at its peak, it's 2,300, 2,400 ppfd on the plant.
Yeah.
So you got to feed it as such, and there's plenty of CO2 outside, so you don't have to worry about CO2. There's CO2 everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you crank it and you feed them, because if you don't, they're going to be really small and you're going to be really mad.
Then you're gonna be like, "Oh, suck."
What you have to try to calculate is what I've learned recently is the photosynthetic rate of the plant. So you have to take your ppfds plus your square footage and all of that. I'm learning all of this stuff still. I mean, there's always something new to learn.
Yeah.
So one of the things,
learning curve.
Oh, absolutely. So one of the things I'm doing now, as my mad scientist crazy shit that I always do, is I'm crop steering with the light, because I got Grandmaster Level Borg Evo 3, which is a spectrum tune. So I can spectrum tune 4 channels, which is cool white, warm white, deep red, and far red. So I basically have the gambit covered. And with using the far red the way that I do, I'm cutting 6 to 8 days off the flower time. So that's why I'm feeding so heavy, because they're ready to harvest 5, 6, 7 days early. So they need that food at a higher rate.
You're getting rid of the red light?
No, I'm adding in the far light.
Oh, okay.
So So what I did, Rue, is I built my own veg cycle 2 runs ago, and I've been using it now ever since, and that's what helped me get to place well.
Okay.
And what I've been doing is keeping the blue as low as possible in the beginning so it doesn't stop the stretch, because I want taller plants, because a bigger frame can add more bud.
Yeah. Okay.
And now I have the volcano under canopies. They're the deep red under canopies. So I don't need as much deep red in the LED up top, because I have plenty of it in my under canopy lights.
Yeah.
And red penetrates deeper than white. So the tops of the plants, even though it's under canopy, the stomatas are still getting plenty of red light.
Yeah.
So with the far red, like this last run, I cranked it 100 the whole time just to see what I could do. It stretched it way too much, and I knew it was going to, but I wanted to see how far I could push it. So now I can dial it back a couple of clicks, and I know it'll handle it, and it's going to help with photosynthesis. It hardens the buds up. I think it adds some terps. And the last week of flower, I am full cool white for a week. And it just brings on the trichomes. And there's just certain things you can do with the light that you couldn't do before. Now that you get spectrum tuned, that you can drive the plant in directions that you want it to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say the first time I've always had just this these old spider farmers or whatever with the old ballast and stuff like that. But yeah, finally I got this Vivo Sun, and it actually has the seedling, the veg.
Yeah.
You can't crank it itself. It's just, you know what I'm saying, thing you can click. But yeah, I was like, I'm very interested in that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I started learning about that once I got that in. You know what I'm saying? At first, I didn't even really care about it because my lights don't do that, so I didn't even care about learning about it. But yeah, now that this Vivo Sun has that spectrum on it, I'm all about learning that stuff.
Well, what is teaching me, Rue, is that the plant looks for different lighting at different times.
Yeah.
And there are certain times in the plant's growth that one type of light is much better for it than another type of light. Yeah. And it's really genetic specific too, because when I was pushing that far red, one of the plants loved it. The guavolato that I ran from James Loud, that plant loved the light. One of the ones I did from Speedrun, the slime machine, she stretched like crazy. She was like 6 feet tall, but she had like 5 ounces of bud on her. That was it. Because the bracts, everything's straight.
Too stretchy.
Too stretchy, and the stacking was 4 or 5 inches between buds, and I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see how far I could push it. How many days could I take off the flowering time with the far red, and how much can I stretch it? Yeah. So this run that I got going now, I used the far red heavy for the first 10 days as seedling, got them growing up real good, and then I turned it back to 40%.
Okay. Yeah.
Now what I'll do is what I did in my prior runs too, is once they start to flower, I will change it to HPS spectrum for a couple weeks, because I can mimic the HPS spectrum.
Really?
Yeah. That's a little trick I used in the autoflower cup, my friend.
That's on these Grandmasters lights you have?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's very interesting.
And it works. The autos love the HPS, man. You should see it. They pray. The buds get nice and full. I can't.
I've never grown with HPS. I've never grown by bone.
Me neither.
I've only heard, and so I'm just interested. Definitely doing that. And then if you can do that with the HPS spectrum, but you're not getting the heat and all the other stuff that you got, the battling, bro, it's gonna be on.
It's on.
Yeah.
It is. It really is. It makes a big difference. They love that HPS spectrum.
Yeah.
That heavy red. They love it.
Yeah. That's gonna be awesome. I need to look into that.
Yeah, some of the little crazy things I've been doing these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but it's always new ways to learn, always things to do. It's, you've got to keep learning and try to push the limits to see what your plants and how things affect your medicine. What it is, what is it doing? And like you, with pushing everything and learning all of these new tips and tricks and things, you find out what helps your grow.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if everybody in the chat knows, but you entered the American Autoflower Cup recently.
I did.
And what strain did you enter with?
I entered 2 strains. I entered Blueberry Cheesecake a la mode from Brother Mendel, and I entered Granite Haze F7 from Speedrun. Unfortunately, the Speedrun one took longer to finish, so I got a shorter dry and a shorter cure on her, and she just wasn't ready. But I sent her anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, what did your the blueberry cheesecake a la mode take?
The Blueberry Cheesecake a la mode took 6th overall.
Mm-hmm.
I missed Chubbs by 0.2 of a point.
Yep.
And it finished 5th in bag appeal and second in terps.
Nice.
So
And
6 overall for Brother Mandel Genetics, y'all.
yeah,
So
and then
for
the speed run, the Granite Haze finished 19th,
yeah. I mean, for
even though she was
something that
early.
I was about to say, for something that you think wasn't
Yeah.
even cured, she didn't dry long enough, she
Top
wasn't
She wasn't
cured
ready.
long enough.
Top
Still
20.
19 out of how many entries they would have had?
75.
Wasn't it? I was about to say it had
Yeah.
to be somewhere in the 70s or
Yeah,
something
it was
like that.
75. 75
So
entries.
19 out of 75, that's still pretty darn good.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
was proud of it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
should be.
imagine what she could have done if she had cured long enough.
If she had 5 or 6 more days to cure correctly, she would have been up there
Yeah,
because she's a great strain.
yeah.
That was my second competition ever. My first one was locally here in Worcester, Mass. It's called the Harvest Cup. It's been going on for like 5 years, and I was the only person who put autos in, and they do it a little different. They do it by category by terpene profile. So if you're heavy in myrcene, then they have a category for myrcene, and they use a judge that
that's
loves
cool.
myrcene.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
all the judges are broken up, so they get their favorite. Each judge gets their favorite terp
I
to
like it.
judge. So I
like it.
finished. There was 84 entries in that one, and I was 4th with one strain and 5th with another.
That's interesting. I've never heard them actually breaking it up by terpene
Yeah,
profile.
that's awesome.
But that kind of makes sense because you know it's a flower that you already like.
Exactly.
Because if it's something that doesn't have a profile that you like and you're judging it, you're automatically going to go, no, I'm good.
Nope, it ain't. Yeah.
And
No
they
matter
only
how
did
good
4
the flower
categories.
is.
So they
Yeah.
only did 4. They did linalool, beta carotene, myrcene, and the other, the lemony one, the
Lemonine.
lemonine,
Yeah.
and that was it. So there was like I know that the beta carotene one was like 25 entries. That's the one I finished 4th in. And then the other one was the linalool, which was the Brother Mendel's. What the hell was that? Widow's Reaper. Brother Mendel's Widow's Reaper. That was a collab with Atlas Seeds, and that one was really strong indica, and that one finished 4th.
Nice.
And I did the Sour Black Cherry Haze from Speedrun, and that finished 5th in the beta carotene.
Mhm.
But I was proud of that. I was like, shit. And that one, the American Autoflower Cup is free. As long as you can get your weed to California, it's
Really?
free. Yeah.
Yes.
So what I had to do is one of the guys that I was mentoring and helping
I'll try it next year.
is he lives in California, like 30 minutes from Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, Dave, just send it to me, and my wife and I will we're going to go to the Autoflower Cup anyway. We'll just bring you stuff for you. So I mailed him the stuff. I mailed him some extra for him and his wife to have, and then I sent him one of my Mad Scientist hats to be part of the team. He turned it into Jeremy, the owner, and the rest is history.
Nice.
Yeah.
It comes with VIP passes and all that. I just gave that to them so they could go to the show the award show and eat for free and do all that.
Well, that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, if they did it for me, well, I give them everything I can.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a competition that I eventually want to enter one day.
It's fun.
I don't know if it will be. I mean, I have a few people that I know go every year.
Yep.
And I'll probably just be like, "Hey, Chubbs, I'll send you this, will you?" And he'll be like, "Oh yeah, not a problem."
Oh yeah, Chubbs would do it for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a great guy. So
He is.
like, hey. Yeah. So I I would have a problem picking. See, the biggest problem is since I don't smoke, I don't know what stuff tastes like,
Yeah.
and what is good and what is. I can smell it, I can
Let
look at
Kyle
it,
pick it.
I can see it. Yeah, it's but I can't tell by the taste. But yeah,
Right.
it's him.
He'll know.
But then I'll have to go and I feel like I'll have to grow something and be like, all right, so here, you try it and you try it and you try it. And then
Yep.
without telling them which one is which, send them like,
Yep.
here's an A and B.
I
Tell
think
me
he'll
which
do
one
that
you
for you.
like.
I think he'll
Yeah.
do it for you.
He
Yeah.
will.
Well, I'd want to send it to a couple people, like
Hey.
one of the ones that's sitting on the panel
And then
here
bring it
with
to the
me,
plate.
another one that's
Plate.
sitting on the panel over here with
Okay,
me,
we can
and
do
be
it for
like,
you.
You can do
hey,
that.
try these. Tell me what you think.
Now, you know what's
So,
crazy is even though Carl would have to do the tasting, you can still judge the look, the
Yeah.
feel, the
oh, yeah,
texture,
absolutely.
the bud
Yeah.
density, and make
Mhm.
sure you give it a really nice quality trim. That's key.
Yes. Yeah, it's got to look nice.
Yeah, you don't want
So,
it to look like it was bag trimmed.
Yeah. You're presenting it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, because with me, we do leave some, because we use the Herbs Now dryer, we do leave some of the leaves on, some of the smaller sugar leaves and that kind of stuff. And we don't trim for bag appeal around this house. So
Right.
I would actually have to trim for show quality
Oh
appeal,
my
not
God.
just bag appeal.
When I'm
Yeah.
not prepping for a show, for sending it in to be judged, I leave a lot of the and if my sugar leaves are sugary, I'm leaving them
Yeah,
on.
keep them
Oh
on
yeah, if
there.
it's got
For real.
trichomes on it, it
Why
Shit.
not?
stays. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about any of that. Like I said, if it's all frosty, it stays on there. I'm
I'll
not.
give you a hint too. Like I only have a 5x5 to grow in right now. I'm in the basement. It's just me and my little 5x5 doing my mad scientist shit. And I had 4 different plants going to that for that run. That's it. 4 different
Mhm.
kinds, just one of each. So when I picked the 2 that I wanted to send, I had to just dump them out on a pan, like a big cookie sheet, and go through them and pick the best buds out of what I had.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
But
yeah.
like I know guys that like even Chubbs, for instance, he'll have 10 phenos of all of the ones he's going to turn in, and
Yeah,
he gets
yeah,
to
yeah.
pick. He has to pick
Well,
the best buds from all those. I just picked from one, so I didn't think I had a shot in the world to finish in the
he has
top
the
10.
whole room going, bro. He has
Right.
a
Oh yeah.
I had a corner of a tent.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got like that huge 10 by 10 that
Yeah.
he grows everything in for all of
Right.
his indoor stuff. But he also grows outdoor too.
Yes, he
So he's
does.
got a
Yeah.
big greenhouse.
I know he
That's
does a
usually
lot
where
of
his
their
photos go.
fast flowering outside, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yes.
where a lot of his fast flowers and his photos go, is all outside in his greenhouse. So, but yeah, it's oh, sorry, child. It's my squirrel. My ADHD's kicking in. Um, all right. So we know that a lot of people know that you do a lot of different experiments and a lot of different things. So, what is the most fun experiment that you've done with your grow?
That's a good question. I would
Oh,
say
Hazel.
the first time that my partner and I did a scrog out with two levels of netting on, and this was on photos. Um, that was quite the experiment because I had never scrogged anything before. I always let it run free.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm one of those ones who likes to take the pot out of the garden and work on the plant and then put them back in. And I like to switch positions and move them around so that they get different PPFD levels because of the light.
Yeah.
You can't do that when you scrog. I found out because I tried to do that and
Yeah.
rip the tops off the plant. So that was probably the funnest experiment we had, and that experiment died that grow.
I completely concur. We just had a hydro growing in 5 gallon bucket.
Yep.
We did a scrog with that plant. It was a photo. It wasn't even an auto. And she took up pretty much the entire 4x4 that's in there. And I don't like to scrog. It was, I can't change the bucket.
Right.
Towards the end, we're just pouring it in to refill her. She's in 2 different nets. I've already had her stretched out to the end. And honestly, for me to grow and take up that much real estate, I needed to get a lot more out of her than I got.
Sure.
So she still produced great, tastes great, nice sized buds, all that stuff. It's just too much real estate to waste for me. I can grow 2 or 3 plants and get more, especially with an autoflower, than I can out of that one plant that I put in that entire tent.
Yeah, you get variety.
That's why I do 4 autos all the time, because I can only fit 4 autos in my 5x5 because they get too big.
Yeah.
They start touching each other by week 2 of flower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly adjusting them and spinning. And plus, the way I grow now with autopots you can spin. If you have the plastic ones like I do, you can spin them. So when I put my under canopies in, I put my under canopies in after the 2nd week of flower. Once I know that the full stretch is gone, because autoflowers, even though the stretch seems to slow down, they will grow up into 50 days. I've had autoflowers at day 44 to day 45 grew 3 inches in height.
Yeah.
You don't really notice it because you're getting the buds in now, and you've probably done some leaf tucking, and you're getting a pretty even canopy, so you really wouldn't notice the height difference. But it's there because I measure them every day just to see where my fastest growth is, my slowest growth is, so I can adjust my feed that way. Because nobody wants to waste nutrients if you don't have to.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, these last 2 grows I did, the grow I did for the cup, I was using a tester nutrient on top of that. So I was testing Bennett Speedrun and his mentor, Dave. They started a company called Full Auto, and they've been working on this for many years. And it is a liquid line. It's a 3-pot line. It's basically ready, aim, and fire, full auto. And it is autoflower specific. And let me tell you, I ran a lot of nutrients. This stuff is unbelievable. And it's going to launch with Autopots on Autopot's site. I think some coming up in May. And it's going to be very affordable compared to what's out there. It's similar to Canna far as 3-4 part, but it's going to be a lot less money than Canna. And I think it drives the plants, the cannabinoids more than, like, I've used Kronk on 2 runs, and I like Kronk. It's a decent line. I just think it feeds light. So I up it on their little chart on the back of the bottles.
Exactly.
I up it a milliliter per gallon across the board, and that helps. Because even with their max that they have, I was at 2.3, 2.4 EC, and I'm like, this is too low for the kind of autoflowers that I want to grow. It's all right for an average autoflower, but it's not going to push the plant the way I want to push the plant to make it yield the way I want it to yield and taste the way I want it to taste.
Yeah.
When you stress those plants, those stresses set off a little timer inside those plants. And those plants will start to add more trichomes, add more cannabinoids, add more thiols, add more esters. And once you see the plant not liking it, you back it off a little bit. And that's what I do.
Push it as high as it can go, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, because you want to make them express.
Yes.
What does James always say? Make them express. Can you make a plant express? That's what I want to do, is make the plant express the best I can.
For sure.
Yeah. You want to get the most out of their ability.
Sure.
Without overdoing it. So
when you do that, you're paying homage to the greeter.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're getting the most out of your money and your time as well.
There you go.
So
I call bingo on that.
Yeah, it's why waste it if you're not doing enough to actually take care of your plant, feed it, give it what it needs and wants. If you're okay growing a 2 or 3 ounce autoflower, okay.
And that's great.
Fine. If it's just for you and that's what you want. But when you have somebody that consumes a lot, or you want to get the best quality with the best tasting and the most bang for your buck for your time and effort and the money you've put into it, then you gotta feed these damn plants.
Winner chicken dinner. That's the way I feel.
There's you gotta go, genetics and feed. That is, where it's at with autoflowers.
I'd say actually start clipping your leaves a lot more than flower. People don't do that; they get freaked out. It's actually gonna mimic like they're getting attacked by something,
Yeah.
and they should produce more trichones. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I do with leaf tucking, Rue.
Yeah.
I'm like very aggressive when I leaf tuck. I'll take that whole leaf and pull it all the way under the bud site and tuck it under there really good. So it'll take a couple hours for it to come back.
Yeah.
And the whole the plant will look like this when I'm done. All the leaves are like this.
Yeah.
And from leaf tucking. But if you come back in 2 hours, they're all praying.
Yeah.
But that little bit of LED or that little bit of sunlight brings that canopy up.
Yeah.
And I know that Brother Mendel and Ben both, I use them, like they both sponsor me. So I use most of them all the time, and I mix in some others. But they breed for an even canopy.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Natural, a lot of them that you get. I mean, you
I
can
don't
get that
top
way
my autos.
I don't top either.
No, me neither.
I'll top a photo 20 times, but I won't top an auto.
Yeah, but like
It's
I said,
too much. It's too much stress.
It's a lot of the tucking. I think the leaf tucking has a lot to do with the structure you'll get.
Yep.
Well, the way I do it, you know what I'm saying? I don't like I said, I don't top, but you'll normally still get a pretty even canopy, and it's about the leaf tucking, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, and if you don't,
Doctor,
if you
What up,
don't leaf
Nags?
tuck,
No.
and you can also do another trick that I've learned is if your top buds, or especially your main cola, is definitely going to be taller anyways. If you want some of those lower branches and lower things to grow up and get a little taller, I'll go ahead and pluck off all of the large fan leaves off the
Yep.
top.
yeah,
Expose them to more light.
I
Let
do
everything
that.
from the bottom grow, and just leave the leaves on the bottom.
yeah.
I do that also, CC. But I do that. I do that after the stretch.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I don't
yeah.
touch. I don't touch anything unless it's dead till after the stretch. When the stretch is over, then I'll give it a light defol. I'll take anything that's pointing inward, blocking the bud site goes, and any big fan leaves that are in the way go.
Yeah.
And I'll give it a little haircut. But I don't have to lollipop because I have under canopies, so all my lower buds look like golf balls.
Yeah. If I think it's a veg, I'll do whatever almost. Once it's a flower, it's almost the same thing.
It's all game. Then I'll go crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's like almost at least 20, almost like about 21-day mark. I'll do the same thing. And then
When I ran the Pound Dog, F4 from Speedrun Seeds. This was like 2 years ago when I first started running Speedrun. And that plant was so big and heavy and floppy that I had to put a net on top of her, tie it off to the pole, one of the poles, and then take some twine, tie it around the middle of the plant, and attach it to the other pole, because I wake up every morning and think she'd be laying on the ground.
I'm dealing with this with that Hawaiian rain. The other day, what was it? When we had the meeting, I had to run and go deal with that plant. It fell over, it like topped over. Topping over. I got it tied up a couple branches right now with the bud trainer stuff. But now I went in before the show. There's more branches that are flopped over. I didn't have time to really mess with them. I didn't.
You're messing with them yo-yos soon, brother.
Yeah. So yeah.
And you know what's funny is that plant that kept falling over on me. She ended up 19 too.
Wow.
She's a big girl.
Yeah. Oh, this one's huge. That Hawaiian rain.
Hawaiian rain. I see the boys are running that. I think.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
token.
Yeah, we have a couple plants that, there's always at least 2 plants out of everything that we grow that, 2 of them have to end up being strapped up somehow or another.
Yeah, you gotta love it. and then all the people online, oh, that's AI, or that's not an auto, that's a photo. You're lying, blah blah blah.
In-house.
Hey, in-house. Hey, buddy. Yeah, it's really nice when you can grow a plant and you go, damn, this thing is so heavy and these buds are so thick that you have to support it, give it that extra weight, and you're like, just weighing down and feeding only holds the pot for so long. And it's like, damn, these branches are so big, I gotta prop it up here and I gotta tie it to the tent, and I gotta put a couple yo-yos on it, and I gotta so then I'm looking at it going, Yeah, that's going to be a damn good plant there.
Yeah,
It's yeah. So you see the little yellow at the top of the tin over
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, it is what it
Beautiful
is. You could.
garden.
Oh, thank you. We got a lot more to show. We'll show those in a minute. So, um, I got a couple more questions for you.
Sure.
So, and then we'll let Rue go ahead and show his stuff. So, out of all of your experiments that you've done, what would you say influenced your grow style the most?
Ooh.
Okay, this is actually an easier one because I know exactly what it is.
Hmm.
When I first found the Grandmaster level light on Marketplace and I saw that it had separate far red, and I'd already been privy to who Grandmaster level was and what they sold. So I knew what I was getting was a bargain. So the gentleman had it for $500. I know on their site, knew it was $13.99. This is the first GML light I've ever got. So I went over there to see it. It had a board out and some of the wiring was messed up. But my cousin's an electrician, so I knew I could have him come over and go through it and fix everything that needed to be fixed. So after a little negotiating, I got out of there with a little less than 500. And my first grow with that, after my cousin came over and put a new board on for me and tidied it up and really made it nice, I messed with the far red. And that first grow, I had 3 autos. I had 4. One of them wouldn't flower. She was a Mendo 2020 Trisket. I had 2 of those in the garden. The Pound Dog F4 from Speedrun Seeds and the High Orbit from Brother Mendo. The High Orbit came out of there at 21 ounces. The Pound Dog came out of there at 19.2. And the Trisket came out of there at 18.6. So all 3 that I had alive in that 5x5 came out over a pound. And that was with using the far red. From that moment on, I was hooked.
You didn't
Yeah.
try to flip the Mendocino?
I actually called them, spoke to the breeder, and he
Yeah.
said, most likely it's a confused plant. I ran 2 Triscuits. One of them wouldn't flower. It got to that stage of flower and it was huge. It was up to my chin. It was probably 4 feet wide. It would have been another pound plant easy.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a confused plant. It's an S1. Just kill it. So I
Yeah,
did.
but sometimes you can flip, like throw it the 12-12.
I tried the 12-12. That didn't work.
Yeah, you tried. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah. First thing I tried was the 12-12 to see if it was actually an auto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But its sister, which is the other one I ran, finished out at 18.5. So, and she had big football buds on it. She was beautiful. She was a triangle Kush cross.
Yeah.
And that was just fantastic bud. But yeah, I harvested 3 autos in a row over a pound.
That's how I think the people call them not true autos or whatever. You got
Yeah.
you got to flip them first, but then you can flip them back to whatever 20, 24 hours or whatever.
Right now I'm running 21-3. My new way is 21-3. From experimenting what they like the most, I do 21 off, 3 off, 21 on, 3 off.
Yeah, I do 20 on, 4 off.
I've done that before.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing 20 on my autos right now. James,
and you know what's funny?
Dude, I was doing 18 for the longest time,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Dude, you gotta do 20.
You gotta at least do 20 with autos. They need that extra few hours of light.
I just started doing 20s, and my autos have been killing it. My new autos better be badass people for this life.
Hell yeah!
I'm charging y'all. I'm charging you,
baby.
Yeah.
Yep. No, he's been telling me, you're still doing. You do the 20 yet? So I am doing 20 hours on my autos this run.
Yep. It's gonna make a huge difference. So, all right. So Minnie had a question.
Sure.
They don't grow autos. They want to flip to veg. They want to know when to defoliate, or she wants
normally veg day 22, and then what? That's second week of flower.
Yeah.
So usually day 22 of veg, and then second week of flower.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people go with. Honestly, I will say even when I do my photos, I will defoliate before then, and it's just to photos, autos, no matter what it is. I'll usually tuck while they're still little.
Like when you defoliate?
Yes. Here,
okay.
I'll pull it back up.
I don't think I ever mentioned though. I don't think I ever mentioned that I started before I started growing myself. I was part of a company called Ganja Ninjas, and it was my partner I have now and my mentor Jake and his stepson Jay, and they grew specifically outdoors. So I learned outdoors first. And I never really mentioned that on a podcast before. I've always talked about my growing, but I learned a lot outdoors, and they used to grow in 60 and 100-gallon pots.
Yeah.
So we would be harvesting 6-pound plants.
Oh.
Wow.
So I learned how to grow. I learned how to grow big plants early on.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's way too much. That's way too much for me. I'm sitting there going,
Well,
I don't
just
have a
say
dryer big enough for that. I don't have a.
let's just say that was for the medicinal market.
Yeah. Nice.
So, Minnie, when you flip, I would say go ahead and just flip when you flip your veg.
And then once you're in second week of flower, pluck them babies.
Yeah, it's. I'll go ahead and I usually do it. I'll do
3 weeks.
Yeah, I probably do about 3 or 4, probably about 3 weeks in, depending on how long we veg. Most of the time, though, we don't veg but for 2 to 3 weeks, 4 at the most, unless we're trying to do something specific.
Yeah.
Carl likes to flip them at 2, 3 at the most. I'll go ahead and strip them right before we flip them. And then about 2 to 3 weeks in, depending on how they look and how they're bouncing back, I'll go ahead and shave their legs and pull them off. I don't have under canopy lighting, so we have to strip all that off the bottom because I want my best light and everything coming straight up to the top. I want all the power going towards the top buds. So
I have a new experiment coming.
Okay.
So I am doing outdoors. I'm doing 6 autos that I will start May 1st down in the tent. And I will let them go to May 20th, 19 days in a 1-gal. And then I will transplant them into 15-gal pots, right?
Ooh.
Then I will grow them out. And at the same time, I'll be vegging 6 photos in my tent. At the same time, when the autos are done, I will pull the autos. I will rip the heart out of the soil. And I will plant the photos right back into those same exact pots, re-amend it again, and let them rip and grow exactly the same nutrients, the same exact soil and everything, so I can compare auto to photo outdoors.
Okay.
Vigor, size, potency, taste, all of it.
Nice.
Yeah. We're going to have you back on once you've completed that experiment.
Oh yeah, I'll have photos, videos, all that. I'll probably vlog it like I did the autopod grow outside last year on X, because they don't bother me on X.
Yeah. You're welcome, sweetie. Always. Any questions, y'all? Whatever you have, we'll be happy to answer. So, last question for you, and then we'll let Rue go ahead and show his grow. If you were going to give advice to a brand new grower who wants to start autoflowers, what would your advice be?
Research your genetics first.
Mm-hmm.
Find the best genetics, and I'll give them recommendations. I'm always going to recommend Brother Mandela Speedrun Seeds because they sponsor me and they're incredible genetics.
Mm-hmm.
I would also say start out in cocoa, not soil, but learn how to hand water your autos. So water them in cocoa. I would not tell someone to start out with autopots because I believe you need to learn how to grow first. It's all right to have the Ferrari in the end, but if you don't start off with the Hyundai, the Volkswagen, and the Cadillac and work your way up, you're never going to really know how to grow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would tell them.
Okay. I completely concur. Number one thing for me would be genetics.
Yeah.
Research your company. Got to have good genetics. Take your recommendations from people. I would say, there's a couple great breeders that I always tend to go to. I haven't grown any of their stuff, but I will now. I will. Yeah. We're gonna get to some Brother Mendel, and we'll get to some speed run. Because I want to compare them to what I have grown, which is I talk about dream beans a lot.
Yep.
We do one thing that nobody else has access
Damn
to
it.
anymore, which
Thanks.
is the nachos and El Sapo, those baseball bat autoflowers, Carl's favorite. But we also Silly Rabbit, AQ, also, for good starter seeds. Um, those are also good ones to start with autoflowers as well.
Sure.
So, um,
Can I shout something out real quick?
Mhm.
Brother Mendel is retiring in December.
Oh,
So I would recommend anybody who wants to grow his stuff, because it is phenomenal. Photos and autos. He has 108 photos and 98 autos on his website. And he is a phenomenal breeder. His stuff is just gas. And I would suggest go over there and get what you can get before the time is up, because I'm telling you, you're missing out. And
yeah.
I would tell anybody who's never run speedrun seeds, Ben is probably the most generous person I've ever met. And he gives tons of freebies and speedrun scissors and all that stuff. Any order over $100 gets loaded up with slaps and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy what he does.
Hmm.
But if you want genetics that absolutely fly and produce great flower, those two breeders right there work their tails off. One's 35 and one's as old as me. So it's crazy how it's different ends of the
Yeah.
spectrum. But I wanted to give them both a shout out, because what they do for me, I highly appreciate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Spider.
And a good breeder is a good breeder no matter how old you are. So,
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Spider.
Crimson.
Yeah.
Man, I got the jackals going right now, and that jackal is frosty as all get out, man. That holy moly and the jackal. I'm definitely growing that jackal again for sure in hydro.
Yeah.
Nice.
And just so y'all know, you might see some of those in the giveaway. Just so you know, there might be a couple of the
Ooh.
of those somewhere in there, if you haven't already seen.
Ooh.
So make sure you come back if you don't have his stuff.
Next week,
You might actually get some next week.
big giveaway. Giveaway.
No.
Big giveaway.
Giveaway.
Yep. Oh yeah. See, that's gonna. He's running the jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, most of the community has. They've run some sort of Dead by Dawn genetics at by
Crimson's a
this
great
point.
guy.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So, yeah. And he actually got some of the genetics from my brother-in-law technically from my sister when my brother-in-law passed away. So he's got some of the nachos and El Sapo that he was actually going to
Nice.
breed. A lot of the CBD stuff.
Mhm.
So, because they did a lot. My sister made a lot of salves and a bunch of stuff with CBD oil and
Nice.
all of that. So,
I got that Levo machine now. You can make salves with that. I haven't tried it yet though.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can
make
make
salve
it into
with it?
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed
If
to.
you use coconut oil, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna either use
yeah.
coconut oil or you can use the MCT oil
Yeah,
currently.
I used MCT when I made the gummies.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be able to just add it to lotion or something like that, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be able to. I haven't actually done it yet.
The Levo
Yeah.
gummy mix is probably the best tasting mix I've found yet. Like a lot of them, you'll get that that weed taste or whatever in your mouth, or that you don't get any of that with the Levo mix.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Their
All the
mix is
butter-
pretty good.
The butter
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
Levo machine, and it is nice, really
Yeah.
good. It's
I
like
love the Levo.
it's like really good,
Yeah.
like sweet butter.
Some lady
Yeah.
didn't like it. She liked making it her own way, and she used it one time and sold to me for $100.
Yeah.
That thing
Yeah.
is
I mean,
easy peasy. It's a
Yeah.
copper.
Yeah, it is.
for
yeah, I
making
actually have the
edible.
gummy maker from them,
Yep.
but I have the Alpha.
I have that
420.
too.
It
I
doesn't
use
make
the
enough
Alpha.
gummies.
Yeah, it doesn't make enough
It's too
gummies
small
for me
for
to
us.
last. And
I eat
Really?
four
when
I
at a
make
make
time.
75.
Yeah, I eat four at a
Uh,
time.
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah, he eats 4 to 5 gummies every night just to be able to go to bed.
Yeah,
What
So
strength? What strength are you doing, Matt?
honestly, I don't even know because I don't have any way to measure it.
On their site, if you know what your numbers are, they have a calculator that will tell you
Yeah.
approximately. Mine were like 22 milligrams a piece or something like that.
Yeah, ours I put about
Yeah, but how do you know how strong your oil is? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well,
I don't know.
we put
One
two and
bottle
a
of
half
MCT
ounces,
oil
and it was
to
2.5 ounces of flour total.
Yep.
yeah. No, the last batch that I did was 3 ounces because I did it.
Oh yeah, I know. That's right.
I
And
Yeah,
then
just
I
use an
added
we did
eighth.
3
another,
ounces.
and
Yeah,
then I added
we
another
did
1.5 ounces.
3
Can
ounces,
you
a full bottle of MCT oil,
And then I
and
added
then
another 1.5 ounces. That's right.
and we put that in the Alpha 420, and
Yep.
we actually made it. And then I used 8 tablespoons was 2 cups,
Yep.
right? Yeah. So 2 cups of
Mm,
MCT oil in the gummies
it's
that
a
I
half
made,
a cup.
or half a
It's a
cup.
half
Is
a
it half
cup.
a
Half
cup?
a,
It
half a
is a
cup.
half a
Okay.
cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's in,
yeah,
and that's in the Loran mix. It makes like 150 to 200 gummies.
yes.
Yep.
So that
Of
way I
you'll
only
get
have to
them.
make them like, every week and a half to 2 weeks. So, but yeah, it's a half a cup of oil
The
in.
first couple times I tried to do it, I bought just a cheap eighth at the dispo, so I know exactly what the THC content is, so I could figure out what I was making. Because I
Right.
don't really do well with gummies. I don't do well with edibles at all. Like 10 milligrams puts me out for days. I just don't digest it right.
Yeah.
But my son loves them, and it helps him sleep at night. And he can take 80 milligrams like it's nothing.
No, the
Yeah,
same thing.
see,
Like my brother, he smokes like crazy, but like you give him an edible, like
yeah.
too
Oh,
much, and he'll feel sick. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
my liver just will not.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
won't digest it right.
yeah.
there it is.
I'll eat the hell out
There
of
you
it.
go. Nice.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
I'll
usually
eat
my
spam.
Yeah.
method is like, make sure you don't have anywhere to go because it could be like
Yeah.
mild or it could be just whatever. It's like just have
Oh,
fun. Just
When I
oh,
take them, it's before bed. That's when I
Yeah,
take them.
have
yeah,
this
yeah,
potency.
What
Have
she
have enjoy yourself.
what
Yeah.
what she
yeah.
didn't tell you is I've been eating these. I'll eat 4 or 5 of them around 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then stay up till 4 a.m.
Oh,
and pass out.
you're like me. You can't sleep for shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, he
Have you
doesn't.
tried tea? Have you tried it like a tea?
Need some Rick Simpson oil.
He would have to drink a
I
lot of tea. We're actually getting ready to make some pico soon.
Yep.
I have just about
You
everything
know
I
you can
need
do that with
for
a
it.
machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bass Drop Keys did it. You just get the
we
Everclear, and you can make the
Yeah.
tincture with the Everclear.
Yes.
yeah, we're gonna do
Yeah,
that in
we
our
have
alpha.
Everclear.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That might help
Because
even
that
more
out
than the gummies.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Because
That's
I
what
RSO.
we're
had some
hoping.
I had some RSO gummies I got a while ago, and I ran out. This was couple years ago. I made them last. I kept them in the fridge, and they were tiny, teeny tiny little gummy bears.
Yep.
And when I was in a lot of pain, I
Yeah.
could eat one, and it would help. But that was before my tolerance went to what it is now. Also,
Right.
I
It
wasn't
all
smoking like I am.
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
yeah. Because I smoked right before I made our dinner, my dinner and hers at 2 different times. I smoked 3 gram joints while I was cooking, and now I'm dabbing and hitting my vapes.
You're like me.
Still,
You got a lot of back pain. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
neck and back, yes. I'm in
Yeah.
pain from the bottom of my skull to the base of my spine,
That's how I am, brother.
and
I
my
feel
shoulders
you.
and hips. The knees are the only thing knees and ankles are the only things that don't really bother me.
Yeah, my knees are gone.
Everything else does.
I said, my
Everything
knees
else
are
does.
all busted up too.
Mine too, Rue.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
I
already
was
had
hit by a
surgery
drunk
on
driver
one
when
of
I
mine.
was 17,
Ooh, damn.
and I
Yeah.
ended up in the hospital for a while. But
Yeah.
A lot of my pain is from when I jumped a car driving in the snow. I drove off the side of the road, and out my home state is Kansas, and it was the mid to late 90s, and they had just dug the ditches deeper so that it wouldn't flood from the field across to the road.
yep.
And I hit one of those, and you go down, and I hit that thing, went up about 10 feet. It goes down about 6 feet to the bottom of the ditch, and I went down and hit a field road, which anyone that's lived near farming knows that's the entrance to a field with those
Right.
big ditches. And I hit one at about 45 miles an hour in third gear in
Oh.
my little Toyota car. And when I came down, I could hear the vertebrae click together and feel it. And I've been in pain there ever since. And I was like 16. I was on the way home
That
from my brother's
sucks.
house. I'd gotten stoned and I was driving in the tunnel of the snow. The snow was coming down and it tunneled into my windshield. And I just started driving towards it, just flying down the road.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, hey, we're off road. All right, cool. Landed. Nothing's broken. Let's drive home.
Can't fool with Mother Nature.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We'll get
I was
you.
in a little two-door a 2-door 70s Toyota Corona.
Oh Jesus, little tuna fish can.
Yeah, well, my best friend in high school called it the beer can with wings because both front fenders were rusted out, and it would fly down the road. Well, you have to think I'm 6'2". He's 2 inches taller than I am, and we would ride together he did auto body and I did auto mechanics, and our school was 30 minutes away from the college where we did our classes, so we'd hop in that, and we both hop out, these super tall dudes, out of this teeny tiny little clown car.
I remember when I was younger, I had a little Chevy Chevette, and every time I got out of it, my boys were always going, "Fat guy in a little car."
See, I was never heavy. I was skinny until I was in my 30s. I was super tall and skinny, like 150 pounds and 6'2".
Oh, so you had no cushion to absorb that.
Nope.
None of it.
Yeah.
That's not good. So I'm sure you have spinal compression.
Yes. It's the one spot they won't do an MRI. They haven't done one yet. I've had one on my neck twice, one on my lower back once. They won't check that one because they say I don't have any nerve damage.
Got any disc popped in your neck?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
One, the neurosurgeon, he wants to do surgery, and he's like, unfortunately, one wrong move, and you could probably be paralyzed. So...
No, he doesn't want to. They don't want to do surgery because the last two have told me no, because once they start doing surgery in my neck, they're going to have to fuse all of them.
All of them, yep.
Yeah.
And now they try and shoot this new gel in there that the insurance companies won't cover.
Right.
Oh, I got the injections. I did that for, what was it? Oh, I did all 3 injections, and it takes 2 or 3 weeks in between. So I did all of those 3 years ago. Hit a pothole on the way to get married back in Kansas, and instantly injured it. Like it was driving down the highway, road construction pothole, hands are burning. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it went right back to
burning
like
hands drives you crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, there are days most of the time, several times during the day, he can't even feel his hands. He can't feel his fingertips.
Can't either.
I can feel the skin.
He drops stuff constantly.
I will drop food like it's my job.
Yeah.
Oh, I drop expensive shit. I don't drop food.
Oh yeah, no.
Me too.
I'm too fat for that.
Yeah.
I'm too fat.
I'm not
I was a fat
allowed.
guy in a skinny body.
Yeah.
I was a fat guy in a skinny body in school.
What helped me a little bit was I lost 200 pounds. So when my wife was sick, I let myself balloon up to 430 pounds. I was depressed.
No,
I
you were
didn't
eating
care.
your feelings, yeah.
And I'm always been a big guy, but I was never that big. And I decided that I had to be here for my boys, my sons. So I went on a journey and found what works for me and lost 200 pounds in 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats, brother.
And now I can move around. It never made my back any better, but it gave me movement back.
Yeah, it alleviates some of the stress and tension and everything that your body holds.
I meant to mute myself and I turned off my camera.
When you weigh more. So.
And what sucks is, you have so much visceral fat in your back. Everything's held together perfectly. And then when it's all gone, guess what? It's not held together anymore.
I've been in more pain since I lost weight than before I lost weight.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they tell you the opposite.
Everyone's you lose weight and you'll feel better. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay. And the more weight I lose, the more my left leg goes numb.
Kyle, me and you are right here on that, brother.
How the fuck is this working? This is not working.
I can't feel this one side.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I've been waiting. I filed for disability. Guys, get this. I'm so mad at myself. Filed for disability last July.
Good luck with that.
Tried to call during the shutdown. Couldn't get through. Finally got through the other day and found out that it never went through. It never filed. I've been waiting since July and hadn't actually filed.
Yeah.
Get an attorney.
You wait.
Yeah, never got in. I filled out the paperwork. I mailed the stuff to our big office. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So we're refiling tomorrow.
Took me 5 years.
With money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Massachusetts, took me 5 years.
Yeah. Damn. As soon as you get your initial denial, then you can get a lawyer.
Yeah.
But you have to get a denial first.
You have to get a lawyer.
I actually got a lawyer first because in Massachusetts it's a little different. And I had an attorney, and we went in front of a judge, and that judge turned it down. And then I did an appeal. The appeal was shot down, but they added a year on to what they would have retroed me so that I could redo it. And we re-put it in. And then took about 8 months to get in front of the judge again. Got in front of the head judge, and he put me through.
Yeah.
He's like, this is ridiculous. You should have been through before.
Mama Cece said the same thing. She had to go through something similar when she was in a different state than where she's at now. She went through the same thing, and she has breathing problems. And the doctor heard her breathing from across, or the judge heard her breathing from across the room and said, "No, we're not going any further."
Is that you breathing? And she's like, "Uh-huh."
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh no, we're approved." He's like,
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just like,
it's such a struggle.
Years.
Good, yeah.
And it's your money. You work for it in the first place. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I get it. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people. I've worked in the medical field for many, many years. I have seen people get disability for some of the dumbest things.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Try to file for stuff that's not even, giving them any sort of disability or issue or problem. And it's not just physical things. Some of them are mental things. And I'm like, you can't file for this. Why, what are you doing? It's like my oldest son. Our oldest is autistic. He hasn't filed for disability. He's got a job. Oh, I know he can. He'll get approved automatically because he's autistic.
Yep.
But he's got a job.
That's awesome.
He's third in line in hours at his job. There's two managers and him this last week. He had full-time
almost
hours
30 years before I got mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's just, I look at it and I go, gosh, I mean, and I get it. People abuse the system.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's anything that they can do to
every system's abused. There's always a 3%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but unfortunately, it makes it so much harder for those that actually need it. Those that can't work. I mean, he can barely hold on to a screwdriver long enough to use it, or a drill.
Yeah.
And he, especially for his type of work, he gets in such strange and awkward positions and has to lay on the floor and scooch over and bend and do all this stuff. He can't
move the appliances too. You have to move them.
and be able to move them.
Yeah. I haven't touched a shovel to shovel snow at my house in 15 years.
One of my biggest things is driving across town to take our son to work. Sorry, dear.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
It's a 10-minute one-way drive, so it's 20 minutes round trip. I get out of my car, and I'm
killer, right?
Hunched over like an old man. I'm baby stepping, limping. I look like I just got hit with a baseball bat.
I run my heated seats year round.
Oh yeah, he does.
I do too.
Nice. Yeah.
I don't walk like that if I drive the car that she drives most of the time, our good car, as I call it, the one I used for work, because it's got heated seats and they're on as soon as they go. Well, it's the best car we own.
Absolutely.
It's the fully loaded car.
Yeah,
but
that's the one you get them heated seats cranking. At least you won't be as tight when you get out of the car.
Right. And I can move around and walk.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say for him. He can't sit for too long, but he can't stand for too long either. And he's
now, did you get the osteo in there too?
No.
Osteoarthritis, did you get that in the spine too?
No, he's got degenerative disc, but I mean everybody at one point or another's got that. So, but I mean, there's probably a whole slew of middle issues in his middle back that they haven't even planned for.
Yeah.
And there are times that we can get his back to crack, and just sometimes, I mean, and it relieves the pressure. He can breathe better. He feels better. It's not.
People don't realize, and even the doctors don't realize, when you slip or bulge a disc in the middle of your back, up in the middle, it affects the way you breathe. You can't breathe. It hurts.
You can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's like someone's got a belt around your chest, around you.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like somebody's got a rod, like just pushing it in the middle of your back?
Yeah.
Or that's one thing that I have gotten arguments with doctors back when I used to get morning sick, like sick every morning. And this was before I started smoking weed again, because I'd stopped for 5 years. The whole reason I started smoking was because I couldn't eat.
Yeah.
But it was my late 20s, my back started hurting really bad back there in that spot. And I told him I think it has to do with my stomach is working overtime and squeezing itself because I'm in so much pain. and it's right there around the same nerves that would come out of my spine to my stomach. They're like, oh, well, that's not connected. A pinched nerve won't cause problems with your stomach. And I'm like, I'm an auto mechanic, a trained auto mechanic, and at this point, a fairly experienced appliance repairman. If you pinch a wire between the control board and the component, which is my brain and the piece that it uses, it's going to fuck up what it's doing down there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't make it work right. I'll tell you
Short
that right now.
circuit.
You're not explaining it to my logic.
Don't
You're
make
not
it work.
making it doesn't comprehend to me because I'm logic. And they're like, well, that's not how it works. And I'm like,
it's not going to work right. I'll tell you that.
My high school education taught me that my body is a machine. It's an organic machine.
Correct.
So why won't it work like a machine? They do weird shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, if the wire's pinched, it won't work. And I'm like, yeah.
Craziness.
Absolutely. Before we go any further, Rue, I was going to let you go ahead because I know you're going to have to jump off. So don't drop off.
Carry on.
We're just going to mute this one. We're going to take the screen. Just you can turn your camera off on this one if you want. Just don't drop out.
Okay.
At the moment, we got everybody listening and everybody hearing, and we're going to stay right here. Nobody leaves the screen.
That's right.
We're done with the shit show that is StreamYard. But unfortunately, Rue's going to jump back in on another camera, so I'm hoping that doesn't mess anything up. But
it doesn't. It didn't seem to affect when I came in because everyone can hear.
No, it didn't.
And I came right in, so because I made sure to
we're
warn
gonna
Cece.
hope.
I'm like, hey, I'm jumping in before I got in because once I was in, I knew I was in.
yeah. It's once you're here, you're in for the rest of the show. Whether you decide to get up and walk away, you're here. So it's just but yeah, see, and even Serge says he can relate to all of that. It's leg pain and back pain is no joke. I will tell you, knee pain is not a joke either. You do actually. Well, you did meet your what?
You sent me the link, but it was on the old account that got taken down.
Oh, well, you know what? I bet you that sucks.
Don't you have his phone number, nerd?
I do, but I didn't have it on my phone. I did it on the computer. So give me just a second.
I mean, I should be able to learn how to do this, but I went to go click on it. I was like, yeah, she did. I went through my messages, and it's like an old message from a long time ago. And I was like, what's that? And I was like, oh, this is a different account. That's right.
Hey, Rue. Just so you know, Rue. Hey, man, you can sign in on your phone the same way you do on the computer in the StreamYard and just jump in that way.
That email, right? It's off the email, right?
Just StreamYard.com?
Yes.
No,
just go log in to. Yeah, but if you've never logged into StreamYard that way, he would have to have his password and everything. Yeah. All right. So you
guys want to say hi to Fenway?
Once you sign in on, if you just sign in on your phone, that you can do it that way too.
Who's the baby?
This is Fenway.
Fenway, hey buddy. Hey, you know they have a park named after you.
Yeah, and well, you know what's funny? That's Fenway for a reason. And come here, boy. Monster, come here.
You texted to me.
Money, come here.
I did.
Yeah.
All
right.
This is Monster.
Oh.
Fenway and Monster, the green monster.
Oh.
Precious.
Look at that big old boy. Sweet baby. Did Daddy just stretch you out some more, picking you up?
Little foot long.
They're both minis. Fenway's a piebald and he's a mini. They're great.
We got another baby.
Oh, we got a stinky Susie.
Yeah, cute.
Look at little Susie.
Stinky Susie.
All right. Oh, we got plans.
Oh boy.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. For some reason, it turned sideways.
That's okay. It's perfect.
Hey, that's so much better.
This right here is the Super Berry. This is from Clone & Home. And
That looks great.
Organic Genetics. And it is getting frosty. I got my
beautiful plants.
Yeah.
I did start I gave it some dose of nutrients. I guess I don't know if I gave it too hard. So I'm gonna change out the bucket. I noticed this just the other day. Got some. I don't know. I don't know if it's pH. I checked. It happened. I changed the bucket out. I thought it was maybe just pH happening, and I changed it out, and it's still happening again. So
What the
let's
heck?
see.
I'm not doing that, y'all.
All right. So yeah, this is the super berry, and this right here is the Hawaiian rain.
Yeah.
Doing.
Nice.
Knock that one over.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
that.
I got that. I got to tie that over.
Hang
So yeah,
in there,
this is
buddy.
the one I came in. Now I got these little small ones flopping. This one fell down. This one fell down. But the other day, this whole plant fell over. So I got a counterweight going right here.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
hell, we got echo going.
That's okay.
So yeah.
Ah,
I don't know why that's happening either.
Groupon.
Ooh.
what the heck? Stop it,
There he
StreamYard.
is.
Stop it.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's that. That's like I said. That's the one rain. Hold on, I gotta put my counterweight on it so it don't flip over. And this is the super berry.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Look
Mm,
at that.
Beautiful.
hmm
Yeah.
That Hawaiian rain has
Yeah.
a lot of roots.
All right. So that this is the
Baby in the
jackal.
corner.
This is the jackal.
Ooh.
The crimson. This thing is getting super frosty,
Look at that.
Nice.
and I'm loving the color on it as well.
Yeah. That's pretty.
And
Very
this is the Holy Moly Donut Shop, and this is also a Holy Moly Donut Shop right here.
nice.
All right, hold on. Let me reposition. All right, so that's a Hawaiian rain. This is the Tiki rain, and this one I had to tie up going this way because it flopped over this way. But the color on this one I am super loving. I mean, man, loving the way this one's coming out.
Beautiful.
There's this one, and this is also a super berry that I just put in here. Hold on.
Look at that.
This is like day 3 of flower.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. Holy mackerel, it's even going further. That's crazy.
So that's super berry. We'll do the tiki rain.
I was a kitty cat. Oh, look at
Yep.
that big root right there.
Crazy.
Wow.
Tiki rain. Don't flop over. And this is the blue skunk. I also got this one with the Seeds of Harvest box as well. And this is from Cincy Seeds. And I put the little bucket on there to do the little mini bucket challenge. But it's not really a mini bucket challenge. I'm just baking it.
Look at that spaghetti.
Yeah, it does look like spaghetti. So yeah, this one
Amazing.
is starting to get super frosty as well.
Woohoo.
So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna get like a blue tint or purple tint. It's called blue skunk. And you can see that one's already starting to flop against there. I'm gonna have to tie that up as well later today. So let's go over here. Got the Vivo Sun, and this is why I got the silly rabbit. All right. So this right here This is the Knickerbocker, and this is the Strawberry Lucy. I am loving this one as well. And
Yeah, that's real nice.
both these are autoflowers.
Both from Silly Rabbit.
Looks wonderful.
Beautiful.
So yeah,
Makes me so happy.
this one's getting really, really frosty. Shout out
Ah.
to Rabbit.
That was my bad. I unmuted myself. Sorry.
And this is the lilac cookies, the one we're doing with the Mary.
Grown, yeah.
Mary
Woo!
Grown
Shout out to Mary Grown Grind.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, look at those. Those barely
Goodness
fit in there.
gracious.
Wowzers.
Let me try to turn this one around, hon. I think this one has like a big old root on the side of it.
Knickerbocker.
Oh, maybe. No, I think it's the side.
Wow.
And those are auto regs, right?
Yes. Yeah, they're auto regs. And
Yeah,
you will
yeah,
see
right.
you will see Silly Rabbit in the giveaway next Saturday as well. There's some genetics he donated in there.
Absolutely beautiful.
Did you say
Love it.
beautiful?
This
I
one,
did.
look.
There's the root.
Yeah,
Look at
that's a
that.
huge one.
Looks like a little turnip that's so big.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That thing's breaking the basket there.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
Fraggle Rock heaven right there.
Look at that.
Mhm.
Yes.
Just take that sucker and slice it up and just throw it in your
Yeah.
salad.
Just eat it.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
Yeah. Strawberry Lucy. Like I said, dude, I'm loving this one. And got
Yeah.
that's that banana. I'm drying that right there. That's
Okay.
getting loud.
That's the banana punch OG.
Yep, yeah, that's that banana punch OG. And
I got one of them going.
In here, I got
Yeah,
these.
Dale, we like
These are also the super berries. That is
The
also
lilac
the one we're
cookies.
doing, Mary, and that is a Gooby Banana from AQ. But
I love that green.
as you
I
can
see an
see,
autopot system.
I'm getting autopot system set up. It's happening, folks.
Nice.
So I pretty much already got the lines and everything. So it's happening.
So you went with the
All right,
cloth
jumping
pots?
out.
Yeah, he can't hear you from that camera.
Bye.
Yeah, he went with the cloth pots, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I am
We wanna
feeling
do
a
the
little
plastic.
congested.
Oh,
I've been
I'm sorry.
vaping, so I'm coughing like crazy.
Oh, I was about to ask you, are you feeling sicky too?
No, I vaped banana berry muffin.
Yeah, he's
Well, I
coughing.
dabbed it. I
You
took a
dabbed
dab
it.
of my banana berry muffin, and it's real thick. It's like dabbing a chocolate milkshake.
Dabbing.
It doesn't taste like chocolate.
Speaking
Yeah.
of that, damn China junk. Anybody heard from?
Yeah.
We
No,
just had
we
a
have
storm
not
come
heard from
through.
Wing It yet. Anybody in the chat, have you heard from Wing It?
Winging it. God, damn.
I need to find out how to get a hold of Wing It.
China junk time.
Yeah.
That's two now. Damn you, Roo.
All right.
If I hit two at the same time, does that count as two?
Yes. Yes. So
Does a fish have
Dave,
lips?
do you know
What
this
does your
game?
heart tell you, Carl?
Do I know
Yeah.
what now?
What does your heart tell
Do
you?
you know the China junk game?
Yeah, somebody says China junk.
Yep, and you got to take a
Damn
dump.
China
So
junk. Let's see.
Did you say Fina junk? Or China junk?
China junk.
Damn
That
China
was
junk.
fun.
I'll get mine ready. Coming right behind you, bro.
y'all are gonna kill Carl in there.
Are you fuckers trying to kill me?
That's what I just said. We're trying to kill you.
I need you to come bend over this amnesia haze.
Okay. I'll do it shortly.
You ready for
as
me to
soon
show him? Before Roo goes?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna mute myself, which is gonna fuck up the cameras real quick. Hold on.
Don't do it.
Well, I don't have it on big screen yet, so wouldn't mess anything up just yet. So All right, so I guess I get to, since he's muted, I'll go over everything. So, shout out to Can. Pay homage to. Ooh, there's Carl. Shout out to Can.
I'm fucking crying and my eyes are watering. I don't want to be talking right now. Got
That's
it.
Can.
All right,
What are you doing? Get out of there.
get to the good stuff. Okay, so these are my newest autos. They've gotten a
Nice.
little bigger since last week.
Nice.
They are in the Kaya Coco grow bags, 100%. You just hydrate and grow. So, see if I can remember the order. The back left is my lilac cookies from grow and grind with the Mary with the Mary. And then the one on the back right is that the Dream Beans. I think.
Ooh, that's
I'm trying
pretty.
to remember. Yes. Okay. That's the grape raz from Dream Beans.
The texture of that leaf.
Yes. So, and she seems to be fairly leafy for a Dream Bean. So I'm gonna wait to see. She usually, most of them tend to stretch.
Yep.
When they, Dale, part of the problem was we kind of.
Hold on. I'll take this.
Yeah.
I'll take this.
Yeah.
I have been laxing because I've been in a lot of pain and I hadn't cleaned the tank. And yeah. We'll just leave it at that. I had to clean my pumps and tanks because it was blocked up and
literally
black.
scrubbing them in hot water by hand. So yeah, it took a lot. So hi guys. So but they're doing better now. They're getting everything's cleaned, everything's running. I did give them water for a couple days. Just kind of not necessarily wash it out, but just kind of make sure that they had it wasn't contaminated, it was really oversaturated. Just because of the nutrients that we used, it really did get just stuck to everything, and it
was like a sourdough starter at the bottom, just so much
yes,
like nutrients at the bottom. It was like a syrup of nutrients down at the bottom because it had gotten thick over time. I hadn't cleaned it in months because I just been lazy.
Yeah,
and the plants hadn't shown me issues till recently.
Yeah, so everything's getting back to the way it should be. Everything's growing well, and you'll see our big girls, it didn't seem to bother them a bit. But of course, your newer, smaller plants, it's going to take a bigger hit on them.
This leaf was almost completely yellow just a week ago.
Yes. So everything's bouncing back and coming back real well. So
you could watch the green come out from the middle of the leaf out when it was healing itself. So
yeah,
we just need to keep them on the right track.
Might have made it a little bit more resilient.
Absolutely, made them stronger. Yeah. They survived. So the front right is the Slutty Runts from AQ Genetics. And then the one on the left, God, my brain is. Which one's that one? Carl.
Rue just showed it, nerd.
Oh, that's right. Banana Punch OG. There you go. That's the other one I got growing. Banana Punch OG that he's drying currently. That's my girl right there. So that's the one that's definitely shown the most color coming back. So, and then there's my baby cactus. So
you grew from a seed.
Yeah. Right. So she's getting a little bit bigger again. I need to give her a new home.
With that.
Yeah, I need to give her a new home. She needs a bigger home, but I'm so afraid to take her out of that.
How are you gonna transplant that thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably just have to break it from the sides and kind of move the cocoa, slide it around, and just getting something bigger.
They don't call her a Shiro for nothing.
She'll figure it out.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so
nice garden, by the way. I don't want to think I wasn't saying anything. I was just holding up my deal of the bargain. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I take my 3
Yeah,
down.
absolutely.
I take 3 down.
So
Ooh, look at
on the
that.
left here, this is the Hulk stash from Crystal Caverns.
Wow.
So
Nice.
she is getting super
Beautiful.
super frosty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's really starting to take off here and
That's
it's
a pretty
starting to
one.
bud up real good. Yes.
Yeah.
And we actually have gotten just recently bought some more from Crystal Caverns, and there's the
This
Bruce
is so
Banner cross with a
magical.
GMO that we're going to run too. So, but
Looking
she's doing
good.
real
Great.
well. And then, my goodness gracious, look who
Wowzers.
jumped into the light. Um,
Yeah.
That's Carolyn.
Somebody needs a super crop.
Yeah, well, I will
Yeah.
be honest, guys. I will tell you, Carl takes care of the plants these days. I will look at them every 2 to 3 days because I'm never home. So this is the first time I'm seeing them today. Okay.
And I don't do any training. The only thing
Yeah.
I am allowed to do is pull off these leaves when I'm told to.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful looking
Especially with
set. I agree, Deb.
especially with her autos. Especially with her autos. I don't mess with her autos. My
Yes.
photos I'll do whatever the hell I want with because they're mine.
Right.
Light can't go up no more.
No.
No.
I can zip tie it to the top of the tent, but I'm good.
Yeah. So this is the Amnesia Haze from Greenpoint Seeds. She's doing real well. She's finally the last one of the autos that's getting ready to go into flower. So compared to all the other 3, she took forever. But that would also explain as to why my clone is doing so well. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so
That's nice segue. Hold on.
yeah, so she's getting ready to go into flower. Colors really well, really good.
Ooh.
So this is my autoflower clone of the Amnesia Haze.
Nice.
They don't have
Hey,
to be
Rich
clones.
green.
Yeah.
Cloning autos.
Yep. So this is technically the 3rd auto I cloned. And you can see she got some of the bad kind of nutrients too. The end tips kind of got it a little bit more, but everything else stayed happy. And she's chugging right along.
Now, do you consider
Literally.
her the same age as her mother?
Technically, no. I would really say she's about 2 to 3 weeks behind, just because she had to get rerouted and everything else. She didn't grow. So anytime I've cloned an autoflower, it's always been 2 to 3 weeks behind where the original was. But a lot of the times they will still, the first one I ever cloned, it took 2 weeks for it to reroot, and it still grew for about another 3 to 4 weeks after that and got bigger. It got bigger than the original plant.
Wow.
It got bigger, more branches, denser buds, it much better flavor, taste, everything.
Where did you take it from?
I took it from a side branch, one of the main side branches, towards the bottom. So I always try to take one of those on the auto because they tend to be a little more vigorous than going up towards the top.
Yeah.
And the first one she cut was the Nirvana Maui Wowie auto.
Yeah.
Maui Wowie auto by Nirvana Seeds.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the second one I cut, it didn't take. It wasn't. You're gonna find some of them won't do it. I'm sure. So it'll be kind of a hit or miss thing. So, and this one honestly just got stuck into a pot. So I'm like, hey, let's just try it again. Why not?
Sure.
There wasn't any forethought to it. So.
What do I have to lose? A little bit of cocoa?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, I'm already mixing the nutrients. We're already feeding, so why not? Doesn't take up much space. So, and then once she finally took off, of course, then we had to transplant her, and now she's bottom watering like everything else. So, the one right behind her that's almost done, as you can see, all of her leaves are shriveling up. She's pulling all her nutrients away. This is the Z-berries from Fast Buds.
Nice.
And she has had to be super cropped. Yeah. So she's getting real almost done. I think Carl's about to say she just need to pull her because he's getting excited and wants to smoke her. She smells so good.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
she's
getting impatient.
yeah. Well, and he really needs a sativa strain right now, anyways. So that's he has a couple of vapes, but he's like I need a sativa.
And she's the euphoria. She makes you happy and giggly.
Nice.
And I really need that. I really need that because I'm depressed. I'm depressed like crazy, and it helps with the depression.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Yep.
Yeah. So that's why the majority of the stuff that we have right now is on the higher end of the sativa side, because we have so many indicas and hybrids going that I needed something more uplifting and more. Hey, I mean, I could have just gone with a triple crack and had him cleaning the entire house from top to bottom, but then he'd be in bed for a week. So we weren't going to do that either. But okay, and then last but not least, on this side of the house, we have the 2020 Mendocino. This is the grape gas.
Good one.
I actually haven't seen her in a couple days. She's getting pretty close too.
Yeah, she looks close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, baby. Love you.
That's a good one, that grape gas.
Yes. Well, we did the 2025 Grow and Show. I got in on that. And so we got the grape gas and the perm.
Yep.
But the perm didn't end up getting grown because when I actually went and took them out of the package, I did not realize that they came inside the box. They were loose in the box.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't realize that his were going to be loose in the box. So I'm like, oh crap. So I lost a seed right away.
Oh no.
And then I put one in the can and we went to go. I went to go check on it, and Carl had checked on it. And the next time I went to open it, it had gotten stuck in the middle, so it got crushed by the lid.
Oh.
Oh.
That sucks.
Yes. So then we went to pop the next one, and it didn't take. So we have no perm, but the grape gas did, and I still have one of those. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And this little baby right here, Carl got impatient, and he direct sowed a auto orange because, again, his favorite strain, and he had a little bit of nutrient rich cocoa left. So he's like, don't get mad at me, but I did a thing. And I'm like, all right. It's his favorite strain. I mean, I can't fault him for that. And I have enough seeds of it. So it's going to be.
You just need one plant and some spray. That's all you need. Just one plant and some reversal spray.
It will be one that we will breed with, cross out. We need to do a seed increase because we need fresher seeds. That thing is, I'd say it's over 10 years old. It's easily probably 15 years old. So we need fresher seeds, and we can't breed them anymore. So yeah, it just is what it is. So we have everything for the reversal. So right now I probably have about 30 or 40 seeds. So we'll have enough to be able to do a decent seed increase.
We can breed them. It's the breeder doesn't because he is no longer here.
Well, yes, unfortunately he is no longer with us on this earth. So, all right. Yep, it'll be all right. We'll let his genetics live on.
I need help in here with these when you get a chance. Not tonight.
Okay.
Your first chance.
We got tomorrow. All right. So the one on the left here, Carl, do you want to go over your plants, or do you want me to? This is Carl's tent.
These are really your plants, though, because you're the silly rabbit girl.
Well, we both are. We both get test their stuff.
I am a silly rabbit girl. I do like his genetics.
Yeah, he's a silly rabbit girl too. So the one on the left is the Twerkleberry.
Yeah.
So it is a family favorite. So that is, she needs a good haircut.
That's pretty.
So, Yes.
Look at that.
And yeah, like I said, she needs a haircut. So these are all photos that are in here. Everything else was all autos that y'all saw.
Yep.
So these are the photos. This is also a silly rabbit. That one is the dark cherry lace. And I will tell you that Torqueberry does the same thing, but that dark cherry lace, you literally can smell her not far into veg. I think the chicken head was probably a little stronger smell initially, but I could definitely, when I cloned her, you could smell. I got that close. I'm like, wow. I was like, she really does smell like cherries right off the bat.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
yeah, so I'm excited to see what she ends up turning out like, and what her bud structure ends up being. And she's gonna be a little bushy, little bushy girl. So, but yeah, I need to
Yeah, because these are
defoliate.
both cuts.
Yes,
Those are
yes,
clones?
those are both
They're
from
all clones actually.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
amazing.
They're
Yeah,
technically all from clone in here.
yes.
Nice.
At this
So,
point.
that dark cherry lace just, yeah, she needs to be spread open a little bit more, and some leaves taken off, and so.
She's
But
just so healthy, though. I love it.
oh yes, and then the girl in the back is probably very close to being done. That's another Torqueberry clone. She's she's still got to stack a little bit more. So, but yeah, Torqueberry is one of those that's, like I said, it's a family favorite. Everybody that's tried it really likes it. I'm trying to remember off the top of my brain. Oh,
What the crosses are?
yes. It is the frozen cherry Kana crossed with virility. I always forget the frozen cherry Kana.
The virility's from Terp Fiend.
Yes. So, y'all didn't know.
And the dark cherry lace
Dark Sea
is
Society.
I think the dark cherry lace was something. It's virility. It was oh my gosh, iced up cherries. I think is what that is.
Yes.
I
It
can't
has
look.
the iced up. Yeah. Ugh. Sorry. Okay. I have all my giveaway stuff already right here, so it's all just been tucked over here in this corner so that we don't do anything.
How do you like
with
the Gambit tents?
They're not bad. They're very strong. I can jump on the poles.
Wow.
So
That's
okay,
funny.
I can hang from the pole in the tent. So hey Lulu, that's Luna. That's one of my babies. I don't know where Ghosters is. The one I was. Oh, there he is. He was right outside the door. Anytime you go in this room, that's our daughter's room. She's not here right now. She's with her mother. But as you can see, he wants to go in that room. He likes the tents, and it's warm in there.
Yeah.
So, and then when we feed, he wants to go in whatever tent you're feeding in because he wants the nutrients. And this is where the dogs lay during the day, as you can see, my lovely lazy dogs.
Living the life.
Yep. Our 2 Shih Tzus and our Pit Lab mix. And then there's the unofficial official dog. She is part of the dog pound. Yeah, she literally does. She is one of the dogs. As soon as we got the other cat, it was, nope, I'm not a cat anymore. I'm a dog. Ghost just needs to leave me alone. So she sided with the dog.
Bruno.
And honestly, she didn't get along with the dogs very well. I don't recommend doing this, y'all, just so you know, but she did not get along with the dogs very well until one day when we were making some gummies and I had some MCT oil on the counter, and little Miss Priss was walking across the counter and stuck her foot into the jar of MCT oil.
Foot, hell, her whole leg.
Okay, her whole leg. And then she proceeded to lick her leg, whatever we couldn't get off. and get so hot. I mean, she was like passed out on the floor. She greened out, y'all.
Susie said, "Yeah."
She didn't throw up though.
No, she did not throw up. She did not get sick, but she passed
She let
out.
me hold her.
And
it was the first time.
She couldn't help it. And our pit lab mix is so overprotective of anybody that gets hurt or upset or anything. She laid on the floor next to the cat the entire time until she actually got up and started walking around, and she started moving around, and then she was okay with it. So that's when she actually became okay with the dogs.
Yeah.
She's like, all right,
So
guys, I've been high when you're here. You didn't hurt me, so we're all cool.
I just had to totally relax first to see if it was good.
Yeah. I mean, well, and both of our cats came from the shelter, and we didn't know it until we had actually like got ready to sign the papers. She has already had kittens. We were unknowingly at first separating her from her 2 kittens that were there because they were all brought in together. And once they told us, we were like, oh, if we had the money, we'd take all 3. But we didn't. But the other 2 got adopted into a family together, so it was fine.
Nice.
Because I was going to go back like a week and a half later and be like, all right, I'll take the other 2. But but I think that's, she's already been out on the street. She's already had a litter of kittens. She's a female cat. I don't touch me unless I let you, and so.
And touch me with your eyes only.
Yeah, eyes only, guys. Eyes only.
I don't play that game.
Yeah, unless you're Carl, and then he picks her up and just kind of whatever. You're gonna like it.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn to love it.
So she's
She
gotten
doesn't scratch
better.
at me anymore.
Yeah, she's gotten better.
I can normally talk her down.
Yeah.
As long as I walk her around and she can look up places she doesn't normally get to see, she's cool.
It's a different view.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, Ghost, on the other hand, loves to cuddle. She does come late at night when or today it was during the middle of the day when it's cool in the house. She'll come sit on my blanket in between my legs if none of the dogs are there.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's come cuddle.
Because she's a dog.
Yeah, she'll come cuddle on the couch with me every once in a while with the dogs, kind of right there, because that's where she sleeps anyways, is right around my legs at night. So, but yeah, she won't. Usually, if we're not on the couch, she won't get on the couch. Our boy, yeah, he'll sit on the armrest over here by where Carl sits, but he won't get on the couch much. He'll walk across it maybe, but he won't stay on it. So,
but he was under my blanket with me today.
Oh, was he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, were the dogs on the couch?
Yep. He left them alone, and they left him alone. I'm trying to get him more accustomed to being around them like that. Well, he tries to. He's an instigator because he's an instigator.
He's an asshole.
When the big dog walks by, if he's above her, he pops her in the face every time, right between the eyes.
He waits.
Full pop.
Goes, boom.
Pop. You can hear him hit her.
Hey, I'm not
all right. Have a good night, Rue.
Yeah, I have to actually help. Bye. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Night, Rue. Have a good rest of the weekend. Were you saying you had to get off too, Kathy?
I lost DC audio.
Oh, see,
Can you hear me?
He didn't listen when I said you're on. You're on. Oh, Dave, can you still hear? No, see, they both lost it.
Me?
It's the iPhone thing, guys. I can hear you.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm in the other room. Of course you can hear me, nerd.
Well, I hear you through the computer. I don't hear you through the show.
I have no canceling headphones on. I can't hear anything.
Yeah, see, this is the only chat they can only hear me. Okay.
They can't hear me. They can't hear me either.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you both.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Hope this doesn't mess anything up.
Can chat hear me? Christopher, can you hear me?
You
Dave,
guys
can you
hear
hear?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool.
Okay, good.
All
Yeah, see,
right.
they can hear you. Good. Everybody can hear everybody again.
Yes.
And we're back.
And we're
Yeah.
back to the shit show. Like
I
I
got
said.
So
about
when someone leaves, we all got to get out, I guess.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I got about 15 minutes left because I got to go pick up my kid at work.
Me
Oh,
too.
that's fine. Yeah.
Mine
That's
didn't
what I was
have
gonna
work
say a
today.
while ago.
Yeah, and I've
You have
had
to
a
go
really
also.
long day, y'all.
Y'all have some
Yeah.
beautiful grows going.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We'd love
You
to see
do.
yours.
Mine
If
is tucked away at the moment.
yeah, if you later on, if you're able to come back and see them, or if you want to send in a video or something, we'd
Yeah,
love
I
to see
will.
your.
I
Yeah.
have mine are babies right now. I'll probably do it in like a week.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have little. Mine are only 19 days, so they're about 10 or 11 inches tall.
Yeah.
But I will certainly send some video and some pictures when they actually start to get some flowers on 'em.
Absolutely. Yeah. We love them any shape, size. Doesn't
Hell yeah!
matter. We all love
I
to see
have
them.
I have James Loud's Cherry Cola OG going. I have Speed Runs Granite Gas going, and I have two Brother Mendel's Pineapple Pina Colada and Vanilla Re-Up.
Wonder, is that? Hold on. Now I gotta look. Nope, that's the other one. Okay. Sorry, there's a James Loud in the giveaway, and I couldn't remember which one it was.
I
So,
gotta. I'll get you out some
Which
speed
one
run
was it?
stuff so you can run it. You'll love it.
oh yes,
I've
yes, I
wanted to
would
grow
love.
some of that. That was one of the
Mhm.
first ones I saw when we started looking at autos.
Yep, Ben's a real good guy, and I'll tell you, his stuff washes well.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, it washes well, most of it anyway.
Yeah.
Which means it should press well too.
Yep,
Yes. Yes, that's what I
yep.
was more going for. We'll wash, like put some to press and some to wash, and it just depends on how much Carl actually likes it, because then
Yeah, like when I
We'll
say
he
wash
won't
it, I
wait
mean
to wash
hash.
it. Yeah, he won't
we'll
wait to
press it.
wash it. He'll just press it.
That's what I do. I'll press it after I wash it, but I also like to keep a little hash for my head stash too.
Yeah.
I love bubble.
Yeah, he just presses straight flour, so.
Do you?
hmm Yeah, we really need to get. We've done some of the dry sifting. We've done a
Yep.
whole bunch of stuff. We try it, and then it's like, okay, is it worth it? Yes or no. It just depends on what it is. So we kind of want to try a little bit of everything and see what works better, how
We
he
haven't
likes
done
it
dry
better.
sift since the press.
Well, right, yeah, we haven't done the dry sift since the press, but
What,
we'll.
Carl? What temp are you going on when you're doing the flour on that four? Because I have the same 4-ton you have.
It depends on the strain. Normally, I like to be around 180 or around 180 at the most.
180. Okay.
190 is the top. Depending on
Hey, Brothers.
how old or how dry the flour is, because
Gotcha.
sometimes I got to crank it up to get a little more out of it.
Yep.
But I tend to not go over 190. But I sit there and watch, and I have really good hearing, so I can hear it bubbling out of the bag.
Yep.
So when I stop hearing the bubbling, I pull it.
You do double. You
Sometimes
double bag it, or you do the Coke
single
bottle
bag
style.
90. I do the bottle style.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what
Yeah.
I figured. Usually gives the
But I
best
just do
yields.
the straight flour 90. Is it 90 micron? Which one
Yes.
is it? Yeah,
Yeah, they're
90
90.
You do 90.
bags or what I
hmm
yeah. Because everywhere I've looked, that's what they say is best for
Yep. Yep.
for fresh flour or for
I've
pure
tried the
flour.
160, but it got a little planty.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, and it just depends on the strain. I mean,
Yep.
because I have a feeling when this grape gas is done, I'm going to be able to press it at a pretty low
Mm.
temperature and still get a great yield out of it and get some good terps.
Got to get the frosted biscotti from James Loud. That is the frostiest
Yeah.
autoflower I've ever seen, and that's got to press incredible.
The Cajun
Makes you
Crippler. Have you
feel
ever seen the
lovely
No Joke
too.
from? Have you ever seen like the No
Cajun
Joke
triple
from?
too.
From Chad Westport, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cajun Crippler had more frost than the No Joke we grew,
Yep.
Wow.
and it was an
Yep.
autoflower from Silly Rabbit.
Silly rabbit. Yeah.
That's fun too.
I've never heard of Silly Rabbit before. That must be.
hmm
Are they newish?
They've been around for a while.
I mean, we've
Yeah.
been growing stuff for them for 2 or 3 years now. They're mostly on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. And you have Silly Rabbit, and then you have Lazy River Gardens
Hmm.
and Weedspiracy Theorist, and they do the Dark Seed Society. Dark Seed, yeah,
Yeah, you got it right. Dark
yeah,
Seed
Dark Seed
Society.
Society. I always say it wrong normally, so I was pausing because I usually say it wrong. They do this Dark Seed Society, which
See,
is a
there it is.
collaboration of all of theirs, which is where that Twerkleberry came from. So it's now most of their stuff comes out with Dark Seed Society. They have
It's
like
like a little
Weedspiracy
snake.
Theorist will have some of his own stuff, and Silly Rabbit will have some of his own, but most of it is put together. So
I've never grown AQ stuff either. Bless him.
yes, his stuff is really good too.
I love that goopy banana.
Yes, yes, that's why we have like I don't know 35 or 40 of them.
Yep.
I don't know. You gave some to Rue. That's what he's growing. It's some of ours, isn't it?
Yes, that's what Rue has growing right now too. With the other lilac cookies, is the he's got a goopy banana in there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So, but
I
it's
like the banana
awesome.
tarts.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's cheesy.
I know.
It's
Is it?
cheesy also, though.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yes.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
banana. It's a cheese. It's got a cheese in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really
right.
good.
I got there's a Midwest sour diesel that Brother Mendel sent me that I want to run. Supposedly a really good one.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've wanted to run his stuff for a while because I've seen it around for a long time because I do a lot of looking and researching and
He's been breeding since '91.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
down the rabbit holes. I go
Oh
down the
yeah.
rabbit holes.
He used to be friends with all the big heavy hitters, Nutso and all those guys. So he's got a lot of that original stuff still. And he has a couple of huge fridges that he stores all his seeds, and they're all meticulously cleaned and all that stuff. So seeds that are 8 or 10 years old, he can still get them to pop,
Yeah.
no problem.
Wow.
That's good.
He wants me to do a pheno hunt. He sent me like 50 of his blackstrap R1 breeders cut and their older seeds and their regs. He's like, pop them all, put them all in solo cups, put them outside, line them up on the wall, and pop them all. He's like, I guarantee you'll find one that's a crazy. I haven't done it yet because I haven't had the time, but I will. See, the reason why I'm doing such a big grow in the summer is because I want to take the fall and finish my breeding projects. I
Hmm.
have a project that I've been working on for a couple of years that I just haven't had the time to get to because, like I said, I got 1/10 to grow in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I took Sam the Skunk Man's original haze and I crossed that with Brother Mendel's. I pollinated Brother Mendel's Master Yoda with it, and
Mm.
it's gonna be called Hazy Yoda. And and
Sorry.
oh doggies, and but right now it's just a fast flowering regular. So
It's
I've got some work to do to it to get it to be a full autoflower.
Yeah. Sorry, the other child came home.
It happens.
He just got home from work. So, uh, goodness, it was a
But
long day.
if you guys ever need anything, seeds, anything, just reach out. I've always got extra stuff.
okay.
Anybody ever has a question on anything, hit me up. If you need a code for anything, hit me up.
Oh yeah, yeah, and y'all know, hi baby, love you. Um, y'all know, and if he doesn't, if we don't have a code, if y'all want to reach out, we know he has a code,
Yep.
and somebody's got a code somewhere for something.
Somebody.
If anybody wants
Uh,
to try Brother Mendel stuff, just pick two that you want, and he'll pick two as a freebie for you. So you'll get 4 packs for the price of two. You just put science in the notes section.
yeah,
Science,
Dale.
guys.
Yeah, he's the one going into the Air Force. Yes, that's the one that just got home.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hey,
Ready?
Liz. Yep. Yeah. So those of y'all that don't know, I am a proud parent of an airman.
There you
There
go.
you
Yay,
go.
yay, yay. He's got to graduate this year first, so he's not can't go anywhere till he graduates.
Yep.
But that'll be next month. So as soon as he graduates, then he's already in the delayed entry program. He'll go in when his go off to basic when his job calls him
It's
up.
okay.
So
If anybody
oh,
wants to try speed run,
hmm
Just put code science and you'll get 15% off.
Oh, hey,
Code
there you go.
science.
Science.
Yep. Science is my code for everything. So
Science.
Yep. So if any of y'all need anything, try science first, and if that doesn't work in somebody's site, then go find somebody else or ask. We'll
Yeah,
always hook you
code
up.
science.
Code science.
I got a bunch of them and I'll hook anybody up.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So before you get out of here, Dave, go ahead and
Yeah.
tell everybody where they can find you,
So,
who you're affiliated with, and all of the good stuff.
so I'm on IG. It's da.mad_science because they've taken my channel a million times. I'm on Facebook, The Mad Scientists, and that's my biggest channel. And I'm on X also as The Mad Scientist and on Blue Sky as a Mad Scientist. And you can find me in any of the Discords. I'm in a bunch of Discords, probably 20 something Discords. But I'm in the speedrun Discord all the time. I'm in the grow peaceful one. I'm in on quite a bit. Axiom Seeds I'm in quite a bit because Jeremy's a friend of mine. And that's probably best places to get me. You can always message if anybody needs any help. I have 3 spots open for mentorship for autos, and it's free. And I just try and help you as much as I can. And just DM me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it says a lot when somebody in the community is willing to help you for free. That is one thing we love is knowledge is power,
Absolutely.
but it
Yeah.
shouldn't have to cost anything to help you and to get you to growing better, teaching you stuff, learning how to cultivate your own medicine to help
Right.
you improve your life and your lifestyle.
Like I always
So,
say, I would rather teach someone how to grow their own than have to watch them go give the money to the man.
right. Yes. We don't
Well,
want you in
for that.
dispensaries unless you absolutely have to.
You will
Yeah.
grow the cleanest weed ever yourself.
Yes. Yes. So, y'all, well, we're going to get off of here for the evening because we know that we all have to go. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Dave, again, congratulations on your American Autoflower
Thank you.
win
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
multiple different stages for coming on and hanging out with us. You are more than welcome back anytime.
Thank
You can
you. And I'll
always
come
come
back
on.
anytime. You ever need a guest, just hit me up.
Oh yeah, and I mean, if you're in the chat and we drop the link, you just bounce up here on screen. We're always happy to
And
have you
thank
and
you,
hang
chat, for
out.
hanging out for a while.
Oh,
And you know what?
absolutely.
I just want to brag for a second. Tonight was perfect. My girls didn't even riot. Like they were.
It's
So
that deep
thank you
voice.
all, everybody.
Yes, yes. So we need to have Dave on more often, so that way
Yes.
the girls don't start beating the trash cans back there.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
It's been an
yes,
absolute pleasure. I appreciate it. Anytime I can come on and say hello and
It's
talk
wonderful.
autos and talk photos. To me, that's life.
yeah. Well, as my hashtag says, autos over photos. I do
There you
like
go.
photos, but you know what? My autos are my passion.
Yep, those are my
Um,
babies.
Yep, those are my babies. So, but I do like photos too. So, well, some of them. I tend to leave those to Carl. Y'all know better than that. So, hey, Seymour. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Um, if you just showed up in the last half hour or so, so that you know, we are having our 500 subscriber giveaway and a post 420 episode next Saturday at 7 o'clock Central Time. You can adjust that for whatever time zone you're in. And we will be giving away a bunch of stuff. We'll go over more of it then. Everything is going to contain those lovely little beans. So no matter what we give away, it will have some of those attached to it. You'll know a little bit more if you haven't seen already what we're going to be giving away. I know Rue said he had some James Loud to give away.
Nice.
So I've got some other stuff, and we've been saying it all throughout the show who we're going to give away a little bit here and there. So y'all come, get yourself some free stuff, grow some great genetics, hang out, talk shit, whatever you want to do. It's all. And don't forget, always check your China junk. and make sure everything is working.
That's
Y'all
right.
have a great night.
You're a
Take care
fucking
now.
asshole.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye, bye, bye,
Love
bye,
you.
bye.
Love you too, dear. Bye, Mom. We love you.